very special interview. You know who it is already, right? It's the 4luvofboxing boys. Like I said, it's your boy Guapudamis, and look who we got in the house. Introduce yourself, my man.
What up, everybody? You know what's good? It's your boy Rob, Mr. LP, representing that 4luvofboxing. But today, shout out to the sponsors, Hustle and Ambition, with the gear and stuff, representing and stuff. But yes, we have a special guest tonight, and I cannot wait to get into this episode. My goodness. And I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself before I actually say anything. But thank you guys for joining us on this Friday night. 4luvofboxing, you know what it is.
Hey,
Introduce
everyone.
yourself.
It's Vettel, the lovely lady of LP, here to bring some knowledge and a woman's perspective in the boxing industry.
Now, my mans, without further ado, let's go ahead. Hold on. Why don't we go ahead and give him a formal intro and then he can introduce himself.
I will tell you now, it's my privilege, very special day that we're down here at Ikon Radio. Listen, and then we got former world champion. Look, Arizona loves you. We got Ray Beltran in the motherfucking house. Right there it is, my man Ray Beltran.
Let's give it a round of applause. Ray Beltran in the house. What's up, champ?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Thank you for inviting me, and I guess I didn't do that bad, to be still invited, to this podcast, you know what I
mean? Listen, he even says it like that, so modesty, right? I didn't do that bad. No, look, for everybody at home who's listening, this is a man who sits on the Mount Rushmore when it comes to what you would call Arizona boxing or the Arizona boxing scene. I know for a lot of people at home, if they don't know him personally, they do know he's Mexican, so that may be a Mexican story you're telling. But for us down here in Arizona, we've embraced Ray to the fullest. Ray's about as Arizona as you can get down here, too. I mean, it was evident, bro. I could say I haven't seen many people that could sell out stadiums here, and I was down in Glendale when Ray was able to sell out that stadium down there, and people were able to go down there and show that special homage and that special love. So thank you very much for coming down here today, bro.
Oh man, thank you very much. I was born in Mexico, in Sinaloa, and I immigrated to America.
Yeah.
As an illegal, jumped the fucking border.
Hey, don't put yourself on blast.
Hey, look. You know what? If it's great now, I'll just go to the border and say, "You're a U.S. citizen." They don't even ask for a fucking green card no more. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck?
It's a much bigger.
I'm more Americanized. You know what I mean? But you know what? I love America. I love this country. I think if you're an immigrant that come to this country, we have a better opportunity, and you still talk negatively. It's like you're ungrateful son of a bitch. You know what I mean? It's just
100%.
You know what I mean? That's it. It's like it's the same person that you can invite to your house and not leave talking shit about your house, whatever.
Right. I like that. I like that
You know what I
aspect
mean?
of going at that process. Like don't be rude, disrespectful. You came there to be a guest.
I mean,
and be thankful that you're there. Yeah.
It's like, look, man, like we come to this country and it's not Mexico, and it's like you invite somebody to your house and they try to break the rules. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, you gotta respect the house where you're at. 100%. When in Rome, you gotta respect.
So what I mean to me, I represent Mexico as my motherland, But America is like my best friend, so I represent both flags.
You've been in Arizona for a long time, though. How long?
Yeah, since '96, man.
Yeah, so I mean,
Almost 30 years.
Yeah. When I look
home, my guy.
The words you're saying, that kind of rings true to me. Everybody at home knows I'm actually born in Guatemala myself, right?
Yeah.
But I come here and I do my grind in the States. So I always say for the people at home, I was born in Guatemala, but I was made in the States.
Yeah,
So
you know what, bro? I don't believe in that bullshit of. I think when you say my people, that means that. I think the moment you think my people, your only flag and all that, to me that's racist already. Because you represent only one certain group.
You're already putting a stigma of
You know what I mean?
You're a standout. You're putting yourself against everyone else.
Yeah, but to me, my people, I mean, I don't give a fuck where you're from, bro. If you're loyal to me, if you're black, you blue, you yellow, whatever, bro, you straight to me, bro. This is my brother, you know what I mean? Because you know, man, sometimes we got the wrong ideas, and my people is your same nationality, but sometimes young people that want fucking step in, put your fucking foot in your neck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man. Sometimes I say that too, right? We always say that family is blood, but sometimes you have people that aren't necessarily your
No,
that are closer to it or
blood
family,
make you related.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but family, you know,
Family,
is different
you get to
level. You know what I mean?
100%. We always talk about
I like that.
I got some motherfuckers in my family. I don't even want to fucking see. Stay close by them. You know, fuck you. You know.
Yeah, wishing on your downfall and shit.
You know, I got friends, bro. They fucking white Americans. You know, they like my brothers. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
motherfuckers like.
Most definitely. Listen, and everybody at home knows, man. I love my people at home too. A lot of my household is half white too, man. So I kind of roll that way too. I've embraced the American culture because the American culture has embraced me back. I love that too. Let's start at the beginning, Ray. Let's talk, man. Let's say, so you were born in
Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico.
Orale. So how old were you in Mexico when you first came over to the States, bro?
I was 16 back
16?
in 1996.
There you go.
Yeah.
Originally, when you came, bro, was it chasing your boxing dream that they brought you over here?
Yeah, you know, I did my father was a boxer. You know, I come from a family of boxers, and I did few fights in Mexico before I immigrate. So when I immigrate to Phoenix, I remember like fuck, man, the amateur was so different. You know what I mean? The guys were more experienced. You know.
Well, I mean, I gotta assume
Motherfuckers have like
right?
The competition level just risen up a lot.
no, but I think the amateur is more supported here in America than in Mexico. You know what I mean? And Mexico is like do like few fights and they want to turn you pro right away. You know, they're lions over there, bro. It's different mentality. You know what I
They're
mean?
trying to eat is what they're trying to get that paycheck.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is. It's a different system, right? So they're not really necessarily caring if you're gonna be around for the long run because they want to get that immediate thing going for you.
I mean, the necessity is different. You know, the mindset is different because it's more necessity. You know, it's people. I think a lot of Americans have it so good here. They don't realize they don't know anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
when you first came, bro, then here, where were you able to establish? Did you come straight to Phoenix or did you land somewhere else first?
no, I Tempe. Yeah, you know, by the Zona Mills is a Rancho Tempe. It's a trailer park right there. I used to live there. You know, when I'm here.
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
hey, look, there's those nuggets and little information for them boxing. Yeah.
Dang, man. Okay. So we were neighbors. I mean, literally, we were literally about the same age.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I lived on 7th Street in Bayside.
Oh, okay.
And I used to work at that Fry's on 48th Street in Bayside.
Oh,
so
Simon.
that Fry's is right there by your neighborhood, right there
Right,
too. You know,
yeah.
right on the freeway. You know.
Simon.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you come over there, you land in Tempe, bro. I mean, obviously you're saying the vibe in Arizona is differently. Your level of competition is now stepping up, man. What's your mindset as you land in, and now you're actively now chasing your dream? You know what I mean?
You know,
it's not an easy dream to chase. You know?
No, bro. You know what? Since I was in Mexico, you know what, bro? When I was a kid, I was born in really extreme poverty. You know what I mean? Like big, bro. Like it was. My house was made of a kind of wood and a metal shell.
Yeah.
From the vexily from the trash.
Shed.
From the shot.
Right.
I mean from the trash. And no water, no electricity. The floor was made of just the ground. You know what I mean? It was bad, man. It was really, really bad.
What a heartfelt detail.
I
could actually see very similar upbringing for me. Es como dicen, casas que tenían lámina y no tenían nada por abajo, eh.
Hey, listen, when I remember when it used to rain, it used to leak there.
Yeah.
And then it used to sleep like put some fucking buckets, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And even sometimes the fucking rats or the mouse fucking jump across the fucking.
Yeah, man.
All that shit I leave, man. I started working when I was 5 years old.
Oh shit, man! Look, there's a detail, right? I mean, if you're having to grind and work as a kid, that's a whole nother level of necessity. But that also means that there's a whole nother level of hunger that comes with it, right?
Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
You know what? I think a lot of people fail. We're like sponges. You know what I mean? We absorb everything.
Yeah.
We surrounded by. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it don't matter where you. I mean, if you can be born in the Middle East, you can born in Sinaloa, you can be born in Japan. You become what you.
100%.
Your environment.
You know what I mean? Most of the time, unless you are maybe different than most of them. I feel like I was different than most of my family members, my circle. You know what I mean? I was.
You just knew you had a bigger purpose.
Yeah, you know what, bro? It's a feeling you got in here. In your chest, you know, it's like I had no fucking hope when I was a kid, even when I was a teenager. I had no hope, but I want something. Like there's a quote. There's a quote that says if life give you lemons, make lemonade. I said fuck those fucking lemons. I'm fucking throw them away. No, I know, and I go whatever I want something.
I like
Man,
that.
fuck that. You know what I mean? I think that mentality, that mindset, that mentality to me is like when you get comfortable, whatever
Just deal with
life
it, right?
give you.
Just
Fuck
deal
that
with
shit.
it.
You know,
Nah,
throw it
I
away.
like that, man.
Go and get whatever you want. I mean, like, and don't take whatever. Because if you just take whatever life give you, you're gonna be an average. You're gonna be just
listen.
whatever.
No,
Man,
no,
thank you for
100
sharing this, man. This is
100%.
amazing information, man. Man, respect to the champ.
Listen, and that's a weird
Man.
thing for us. We literally sat here
Man.
2 weeks ago, was it that we were in here, and that same question popped up in here, right? It says, does where you come from matter in what you turn out when you turn out to be a fighter, right?
You know what? I used to be. In my look, I have two situations when I was a kid. My mom's side, the family they were musicians. They made good money, you know. They have like fucking barbecues in the weekends. You know, have like coolers full of fucking beers and good food, you know. They live decent, you know what I mean. And my dad's side, we came from the mountains, you know. And so they were very poor. Sometimes it was hard to eat, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I was between, like, my mom was the broke. She was so broke, but the whole family, she was the more necessity, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think when you grow up like that as a kid and you feel the difference, you feel the sometimes you live experiences, bro, that your own family make you feel like you know, and it is what it is, you know what I mean. But I was surrounded by drugs and everything.
Not by purpose though. It's just the cycle. Like this is just who we are. This is how the lifestyle. And you got somebody has to break that generational curse.
Yeah, you know what? And look, in my dad's side, my dad was very like, man, I don't know, but my dad didn't let me be myself. You know, so he kind of took my confidence away. So I was the weakest on his side. So my mom's side, I was also the weakest because all my cousins used to go to school, they have nice clothes, this and that. I was not gonna be nobody, you know what I mean? And even in my mom's side, my relatives say, oh, Ray's gonna be like a thug, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna go up to be a cholo.
Yeah, cholo, you know what I mean, and all that. But I think that's the problem with a lot of those. They don't really pay attention to their kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't really see into their kids. Really appreciate the kids, how they think, what they trying to do, you know what I mean, how they act. I think most people just judge by whatever they think and whatever they go through their heads, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So me, bro, I feel like I was different, you know what I mean? I feel like even in boxing I could accomplish more. When I left boxing I was frustrated, but bro, boxing fucking took a lot away from me. You know, even one loss you have, it send you all the way back.
Yeah.
So they run me like 6-7 times. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I was in my room, and I remember.
Never say anyone, man.
Yeah,
Look,
the
Burns fight, bro. They did you dirty.
Bro, the boxing rules are used to protect the fucking system, never to protect the boxer. It's not about the boxer, never about the boxer. I don't give a fuck about us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, for example, you're a free agent, right? And there's a promoter that want you to fight with his fighter. They sign you for like, you sign a contract with them, you train for like a month and a half or two, you don't make no money, and the last minute say, oh, we cancel the fight. And you walk away with nothing.
Yeah, and you've
That's what I'm saying.
so much
What about the protection to a boxer? You know what I mean? All the only sanctioned body that is play more straight, and they're not even that popular, is the IBF. Because the IBF is in America, and I think they get in trouble in the past already with the FBI, so they can fuck around them. They can manipulate. They can be corrupt. You can buy them. You can corrupt. You know what I mean? Like the WBC, WBO, you see Canelo right now doing whatever the fuck he wants, bro. You're the champion. You're not fighting the best. What the fuck is that?
With respectfully to your country, Mexico.
No, bro, it's not my country.
They run their own rules and stuff, right?
You know, it's not just the WBC. Is a WBO, WBA. You know. One is Venezuela and the other one is in Puerto Rico, and you know, it's business, bro. I get it's business, but because of it, I think I had to go through a lot. I became a champion at 34. You know what I mean? Just because I didn't give up, I just didn't give up. I don't know how.
On a personal level, with you bringing up actually being able to capture the title, bro. For me personally, bro, your story and you being able to capture that world title was so inspirational to me, man. It gave me enough insight to say keep fucking grinding or whatever you're doing, because look, here's Ray grinding for a fucking career chasing that title, bro, and you were able to get it. There's a picture of you, bro. I have this picture, bro. It's on my screensaver at home, bro. It actually is a huge motivational piece. This man knows
in
it,
your
bro.
bed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With the championship bout.
Bro, I'm telling you, I have that.
That is such an amazing photo, man. How freaking amazing that photo is. Yes. Yeah, so hey, we're gonna go ahead and gonna cut off of this right here.
Yeah, why
we're gonna add that right here in this clip.
Yeah, I will. When you're listening at home, go ahead and check it out as you're going through. You'll see that picture.
Oh, we'll put it on the comments and stuff. But yeah, that was a beautiful picture though.
Yeah.
So listen, so you're 16
Bro, you
years
have
old.
water?
I do.
Yes.
Please.
Not cold though.
No, it's okay. I'm just my.
Hey, so listen.
Thank you
so
very
you're
much.
16 years old. You're living in Tempe. You're grinding it out in Arizona. You're starting off your fight career. You've already experienced a little bit of Mexico, and now you're getting a chance to get a taste of it here in the U.S. What's your mindset at that point? Could you even envision yourself being a world champion at that point? Did you even think a world title was possible at that point, or you were just fighting a fight?
You know what, bro? This is what I believe. Talking about myself. To be a world champion, bro, you have to believe you're already a world champion when even since the first day you start.
Yeah.
It's a vision. It's something you feel inside. I mean, it's a way to believe in yourself, even when you're a beginner. You know what I mean? But it's something. I remember I used to go the first time to go start boxing. There was this kid. He was a world champion from Los Mochis too. He used to whoop my ass every fucking day. I was made the hard way. I think the way a champion is made. You know what I mean? Because in the beginning I get my ass whooped.
Yeah.
You know, I never got an easy task. You know.
Which is good because that's how you level up anyways.
Iron sharpening iron.
So I learned that being through adversity make you, break you, and it didn't break me. You know what I mean? Then when I immigrated here, when I was 14. Cause I did a few fights when I was like 8 or 9, and then I stopped. And I was 14. I came back, and it's like I knew what I wanted. I wasn't one of those kids that's so talented. You know, at the beginning, it took me time to learn. But I remember I always used to look for sparring that used to beat me up. I mean, not beat me up. I mean, they were better than me. They were better than me.
Enough to give you
they made me struggle.
Make you strong.
You know.
Learn.
And I think this boxing relates to life, you know what I mean? Boxing and life is similar, you know what I mean? You go through hard times, it's gonna make you strong. You get comfortable, you become soft, you know what I mean? You know, I think, I don't know if I say boxing didn't make me. I think you're how you call it? Esencia. Tú eres una esencia.
Como el espíritu, like esencia.
Yeah.
So it's almost like your essence, your spirit, the inside of you that is.
And boxing project that of who you are. You know what I mean? And boxing can project who you really are.
You can't lie in that.
Yeah, there are guys that they feel the heat, they can handle it.
Yeah.
They don't.
And that's 100% true. You'd say, right? You have a boxer who is fighting in life, right? You're fighting with life because you're just fighting just to make it. Well, of course, in the ring, you're gonna take that mindset also, and you're gonna give everybody everything you got in there because you're a fighter, because you're already fighting within life when it starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and boxing is also is like the most nicest guys, the more dangerous guys. Same thing in street, you know what I mean? The motherfuckers talk too much, they're loud, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And the real killers, bro, they're quiet.
They're quiet.
They're like,
We
I would say
say that
this.
shit all the time, bro. You gotta be careful with the
I
quiet
said
ones.
this. I did this by experience. The most ruthless, brutal, cold-blooded people that I ever met in my life, they're the nicest and the sweetest I ever met too.
Yeah.
Trust me,
It's crazy how that works out, right?
bro. I know people that
Yeah, so
but-
more like it's a front that some of them
Listen.
they're trying to flex, flex their wings and trying to be
Listen.
something, but like man, you're not
even for that, there are levels, you know what I mean? There's people that are just low class, that's crazy, you know. People that with codes, they cold blooded, you know, like.
Yeah.
But if you tell them, oh, they so nice to you, they will give you water, like, so it's nice, bro, and loving, you know. But man, you meet one of those guys, oh, bro, you watch out.
Yeah.
It's like to me that's like the warning they give you. Hey, whatever you fuck it up, I'll fucking call you fucking it up. You know what I mean? Like,
Most definitely, man. So listen, so early on then, how many fights would you say you were into your career before you finally said mentally going, okay, I feel like now I'm a pro who's actually doing it and grinding it in this game, right? I'm actually getting some good fights underneath my belt. I feel like I could go for it.
You can't prepare for this one, my God.
Well, listen, man.
what do you mean?
Listen.
What do you mean, like amateur or pro?
No, pro. Once you were actually pro, right? Because, I mean, you have to have a certain belief once you go pro that you're saying, hey, I'm going to be able to do it.
I think boxing goes through a lot of stages. You know what I mean? Me, like when I started, I was doing very well, and then I moved to Detroit, Michigan, with the Minor Stewart. Minor Stewart has a lot of champions in the '80s, you know, Tommy Hearns, you know, Michael Moore.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw some cool pictures of Ray at the Crunk Gym. Yeah.
And
that's right.
Yeah, and I remember when I was 18 when I left over there. I remember the beginning, Emmanuel didn't even knew me. I was like, who's that kid? Like, you know, I stayed in his house.
Wow.
But then I started beating up the kids on the gym with the best kids.
He got to know you fast.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
man. Wow.
And then I didn't even really speak English at that time. I was starting to speak English. I remember the first time I walked in the gym, at Crunk Gym. There was this fat dude, you know, black dude. I was cool with them after. They talk a lot of shit, you know. Like black people's like that, you know. They fucking intense, bro. They fucking make wars, bro. They make wars, bro, in the gym. They just like get killed, you know what I mean? And they guys say, fresh meat, fresh meat. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was a guy. It was like I think that guy was like a 140 pound, 147. He said, hey yo, why this Mexican boy right here? And I whoop his ass or what? Like I'm like, what the fuck? And I told my friend, hey, what the fuck is saying, bro? Tell me, shut the fuck, I'm gonna fucking jump in. Like, no, say relax. I was a young kid, you know what I mean? Like, I don't wanna fucking talk to me like that motherfucker, like, what the fuck, you know? But then, later on, you know, I grew up with that culture, you know, for a few years, and I get it. It's a culture, you know what I mean?
That's part of what they got to do. It's that hazing they got to give you.
The tough skin for
man,
but
man, I went through a lot of wars at the gym, bro. I think there was every fighter have a sparring partner that never wanna, that the moment they hate to work with.
Well, there you go. That's my obvious question then. Who was your sparring partner that you could say, hey, I knew every time I was coming in to spar with this dude,
shit.
Fuck, right now I have to deal with this shit, but I know it's going to make me better, but fuck, I'm having to deal with it now.
No, you know what, that kid was really good, aggressive fighter from Flint, Michigan, West Ferguson. And it was aggressive, but then he had a chance to go with Mayweather, and they ruined him, bro. They tried to change his style, bro. They ruined him. They tried to make him like Floyd. Come on, bro. He was so great in his own style. He could do a lot more, like, you know what I mean? But it was managed wrong, you know that. And we're still friends in Instagram, you know.
That's cool that you're able to stay in touch with some of those people, man.
Yeah, man.
That was there when you was doing your grind.
I know it had been a great experience.
You know, when to me, you know, like to me, bro, I don't see skin color or anything. That shit to me don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Honestly, it's just, you know, our body is just a vehicle of our soul. You know what I mean? So honestly, I don't fall into bullshit like that. You know what I mean? So to me, those guys, like, man, I just love my brothers of boxing. You know.
Yeah.
What brought you over to Michigan though? Like, did you go there for that particular
No,
reason,
because remember I was training in Tempe, in Shannon, and blue, I think it was Blue Corner.
Blue Corner Boxing.
Rick, his name was Rick. I forgot the guy. I forgot the last name, Rick, but he died already. Anyways, we're training there, and there was my friend that I met over there. Well, I met this guy that was sparring over there. There was somebody want to beat him up. So my dad kind of protected and said, Ray, you go and handle them. And I go beat the shit out of those boys, you know what I mean? Sparring, give him a beating, you know what I mean? Like, show my legs, you know what I mean? So I kind of have the guy back, you know what I mean? And then
you had to show him that love by taking care of business.
and we became friends. Like, oh, I have a brother that worked with the man Stewart, and he called his brother, hey, this kid right here is really good and all that. And so they brought me over there just to see me, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And then
How long was that stay?
no, I stayed for like 3 years, a couple of years. Yeah, it was rough, man. Detroit's so fucking bad, man. Detroit's like not doing my world, you know what I mean? No, very few Mexicans, nothing, different culture, you know what I mean?
Actually, that shout out to Josh Valenzuela. He just came back from Detroit. He was telling us, man, that I guess Mexican Town is what.
Oh yeah, Mexican Town, yeah.
Mexican Town, and it's right at the border with Canada. And it's literally a couple blocks where all the Mexicans.
Right,
Really?
yeah.
They have a Mexican town?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, when I went there and I started whipping everybody's ass, some guy's ass, you know what I mean? Emmanuel started paying attention to me.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
And then
Stewart.
And then I used to go to Cleveland, Ohio to support some other kids that Emmanuel knew. I was doing well. So Emmanuel was a good man, bro. Emmanuel was like a Robin Hood. He used to help the people a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And the stories that people nobody knows, you know. Emmanuel used to go make money and put kids that were in trouble, send them to school, rent a house for them, send them box, you know, and give a chance to all the kids, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I remember I used to go spend money in toys, you know, for the kids and stuff, help people. Man, Emmanuel was like that. Man, he was a good man.
Man, big shout out and in remembrance of Emmanuel Stewart, awesome human being.
Yeah, that's a legend right there.
And then
Hear this right here.
And then Emmanuel was like, hey, it started like being cool with me, you know. And then I was one of his favorite kids, you know. And he took me to Vegas. He started taking me out, you know, fly with him. Hey, you're gonna go. He wanted me to spar with Nasim Hamed, but we couldn't. One time I remember we went to Vegas, and then we sparred one of the Floyd Mayweather's fighter. I remember I had the J light, so it was a raw sparring. It was on wars, and that he didn't feel well, you know. The sparring didn't go my way that much, you know. So Emmanuel I remember they say, hey. He's talking to the attorney, hey, I got this Mexican kid, you know, man, he's gonna whip your boy's ass, and they're talking that shit. I'm like, damn, man, why would you relax, you know? But they were like that, bro. Like, Emmanuel used to talk a lot because he was so, I think, really excited. He wasn't so excited with me, he really believed in me, you know what I mean? And he just showed me off, you know, show off with me, you know? And
I can only assume what you must have been feeling inside to have Emmanuel Stewart put
yeah, bro. No, Emmanuel was good.
Can you imagine such a great trainer, man? Respect, man.
Emmanuel just.
You're fucking up. You need to put me on that same kind of pedestal as Emmanuel had him going on that pedestal. I'm telling you, get it together, my friend.
I'd rather be on a pedestal.
No. And then Emmanuel, remember.
What was your mindset during that time, bro? So you're now sitting here, and you would have started at such a small beginning, and now it's got to be surreal for you. Man. You're in your 20s, bro, and you're actually training with Emmanuel Stewart, bro. Like, that's got to be amazing at that time.
You know what? To me, it was really cool, but it's something that hay un dicho que dice, el agua encuentra su nivel.
Sí.
You know, the water finds a level. You know what I mean? So to me, I would feel that I wasn't that level. You know, I never felt like intimidated.
At the moment, it didn't feel like it was tough because you know you earned that position.
Yeah, but I handled it very well. You know what I mean? I used to whoop a lot of ass. You know what I mean? And I remember reminding that time to say, hey Ray, because I was inspired to say, Ray, this kid say he's gonna come back tomorrow and whip your ass again. He's like, man, laughing at me. And I was young and I said, what the fuck? I'm gonna fuck him up tomorrow. I say, hey Ray, if you not come and give you $500, I'm gonna fuck his ass up. I'm gonna fuck him up. And I was young, you know, I was fucking pissed. And I went, remember the next day, I beat the shit out of that guy, you know, give him a lot of body shots. And then I said, okay, so we're gonna meet again maybe Friday. I think it was on Wednesday. Friday, okay. Then he would come back and Manny said, hey Ray, he was so excited. What? Remember that boy? He thought I show up sparring. Ray, he say you hurt his ribs with the body shots. Oh yeah, so he's not gonna come. No, okay, you know what? You owe me $250 then.
Hey, did he pay up?
He paid me. I said, no, Emmanuel was very generous. Like, oh yeah, you're right, Sugar Ray. He called me Sugar Ray. Oh, yeah, Sugar Ray, and give me, yeah.
Is that where your alias came from?
Yeah, for Manuel Stewart, yeah.
Shit.
Nuggets.
How about that? I knew your alias was Sugar Ray, and Boxworks has you marked down as Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
Shout out to man.
But I never used Sugar Ray.
I know you did it. I know you did it. But respect to the fact that a legend like Manny Stewart,
Yeah.
man, you guys, man, this guy has been through some. Man,
I
amazing. This is some great content. Man, I'm loving this right now.
I used to be more like a technical fighter, you know what I mean? That's why he gave me that name. But after, some time I left Emmanuel, I was getting like hard fights and I wasn't having the training, you know what I mean? The Manny didn't have really the time because he had to go train with the Glasgow or Lennox Lewis and Onazim Hamed and make money.
Rob, the Lennox Lewis got in the way, bro.
Man.
Lennox Lewis always getting in the way.
Around your freaking man, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah, and bro, like.
So this is when you were in your 20s, bro. Who would you say at that time, as you said, I was getting tough fights, blah, 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 right? Who would be some of those tough fights that you were getting at the time where you were like, yeah, man.
Well, look, I had 10 fights and 12 fights. I have 10 and 2. Two loss that I don't really have, but, I had him there. And I fought a guy that was 24-7 with 19 knockouts here in Phoenix. In the books, it had way too much sprint for me because all the losses he had with top 10 level
so
fighters.
when you stepped into that fight, then you weren't the favorite in that fight. Then they were pulling you in. Then,
yeah, well, Emmanuel did that show here. And he believed in me so much, he gave me that guy, you know what I mean?
Listen, and Emmanuel already knew.
And
wow.
And it was a big chance to take, especially now no TV and anything like that. And I remember that time, bro. I had a vicious mind. In that time, bro, my mind was like, I fought the devil. I didn't give a fuck, I believe in myself. I remember that time I only did like 3 rounds.
Devil would have caught it from you if he would have faced it that time too.
I remember that time I did only like 3 rounds of sparring because I had no sparring. And then I did my sprint, I did the work myself. I trained about myself that fight. When we came here,
you did that a lot in Phoenix too. You trained yourself.
Yeah, my dad and I, and I remember that guy lost to Jovenel Marquez in 7 rounds, and I stopped him in 9.
Nice.
And
and that must have given you a whole other mind frame then thinking, right? JMM took
you really had it inside you. You believed in yourself, but when you do something, a victory like that, you're like, I got this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? I don't feel like I was one of the chosen ones of the boxing business. I wasn't.
With the, like you said, it's a business, and the darlings, if you will, the promoted, the guys that are signed with promotional companies, like you got shafted in a lot of freaking decisions throughout your career. And in all honesty, your career, your record doesn't really freaking showcase the type of fighter that you are. This is a rare circumstance where I do tell people where numbers actually do lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like get out of here. Like no. It wasn't just like just a guy that's there just doing it and having fun. You faced some of the best. You just shared a story about being in Kwang Gym with Manny Stewart and being around some of the most elite fighters of that particular freaking era of time.
Well, listen, realmente te voy a decir, bro, that's why it made you legitimate when you picked up that world title, bro. Because we all knew that your record did not reflect what a true fighter you were inside. So for us, it was validating that dog, that monster inside you that was able to chase that world title and finally get it.
You know what? Maybe because I was made the way I did, you know what I mean? Like, fighters nowadays, bro, I don't think to start with Mayweather was not a good role model for the next generations.
Yeah.
Because that protecting the 5-0 or acting like
the manufactured goose egg.
The role model, the example they give, bro, is not the right one. Now the fighters, they want to fight, but they want to take no chances. They want to be like Mayweather, bro. Motherfucker, be yourself. You know what I mean? Now with Canelo is even worse. Canelo is, bro, I don't. Canelo will never be one of the top, best, great warriors in Mexico. Never.
Because he literally emulated the Mayweather freaking effect.
Yeah, but also listen.
It's
But
that
Canelo,
Mexican
Canelo,
mentality he's speaking on, right?
but-
The Mexican mentality of how you
bro,
gotta take on everybody.
that's what a lot of Americans don't understand, bro. We Mexicans, we different. That's why if you see social media and you see a post of Canelo, bro, most of the comments are negative. They don't like Canelo because he don't behave like a great champion. He don't act like it. I mean, I get it. I understand, like, bro, we're all humans and all that, but he also, I think, became so arrogant. I don't like when somebody disrespect his opponents. Bro, the opponents, like, should be thankful with them, too. They show up to give a good dance. He talked down on his opponents, bro. I don't like that in a person. You know what I mean? I don't... And also...
Listen, so as a Mexican, when you can think back then of coming up in a hardcore and having that Mexican mentality when it comes to fighters, who was the one fighter for you then growing up as a Mexican when you go, yeah, that motherfucker really represented what it was like for us Mexicans?
I think most of them right now, any Mexicans you put it, you just fight like with heart. You know what I mean? Because
what about when you were younger? Like for you, when you were growing up?
Well, you
I
know,
mean, like for me, I'll tell you. For me, I grew up watching Chavez, bro, and so watching Chavez, he was a monster. Not necessarily with. He was a physical anomaly for me, right? He was somebody who could walk through anybody walk through. But then we got into the early 2000s and we got a chance to see Juan Manuel Marquez.
Look. Great champions.
You know, great dudes.
I would say a real elite fighter look great even in defeat.
Mm-hmm.
Just put me any great fighter that you see lost before, it didn't look great even in defeat.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo hasn't even looked great, not even choosing the opponent.
In victory. Yeah.
In victory.
He gets a W because he's...
For example, if fight the last guy, the Cuban, you know how the Cubans fight? Mm-hmm. And then he comes, he don't stop. My fighter, like what? You want him to... Aren't you the top guy? Aren't you like supposed to know how to cut the fucking ring?
Thank you.
What do you expect? Like the guy fight? Oh, the champion wants you stop to fight like that. The champion don't raise you, boy. The champion like, bro, you're a fucking fighter, bro. Like I mean, be a fucking. You're supposed to be the face of boxing. You make a lot of fucking money. You're supposed to give the people a good fight.
Champ, the fact that you made that comment. One thing that blows my mind. I have an amateur background. I never turned pro, so. I know how difficult it is to be a fighter, but I don't even know that level. So respect to all of you, from former world champions to even all the guys, all the youngsters that we actually talked to that turned pro. Man, respect. But one thing I always blew my mind with going, like you just mentioned right there, just fight. Just get yourself to that level and just prove yourself and put in your skills. When I see at that level, at that elite level, cutting the ring off, something that should be taught in the amateurs. And when I see like a fighter that's chasing somebody, and I'm like, why the fuck, or how are they not? It doesn't make any sense.
To me, I think
does it come out of their mind, or is it at the point that they were just so egotistic that they just were molded and just mashed so to the point where it was just like a easy layaway? But for me, like cutting off the ring is one of the most. Aside from the jab, it's one of the most important things.
Especially for Mexicans, you know what I mean?
You are going to be fighting.
I think that's where the style
You're going to face somebody that's going to be moving.
Especially when it comes to Canelo with that kind of thing. I think that's where the knock on it is. It's not that he doesn't know how to cut the ring off. It was his unwillingness to cut the ring off because the outcome was already set.
You know what?
By that time.
You know what? What I see there, the Canelo's arrogance reflects on the way he fights, because he's like, oh, I'm the champion. I don't have to try hard. I have to like.
You better come over here so I can beat
bro,
you up.
It's like, cause he knows the business want him to win. They're not gonna give it to the guy who doesn't try. Like, bro, but you supposed to be. You claim you're the badass. You're not showing it. You know, it should be embarrassing for Canelo. The many fight came back at 46 and put a better show than he does in how many fucking fights.
Hey, speaking of
bro,
that, we were just talking about man.
That's a real fucking legend right there. That's a real fucking legend right there.
Hey, Ray, tell us what you think of that performance, bro. Honestly, we were sitting there watching, bro, and I was telling you, I was blown away, screaming Manny, Manny with everybody else.
You know what? I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised. I think Manny can even do better than he did, but I know Manny sometimes he overtrained himself. I think when he lost to Ugas, trust me, he overtrained himself. Sometimes many he don't listen. He when I keep training the same way, bro, you get trained smarter. And I don't think many have the right people around him. Because everybody, most people, is yes man, and they don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, I love Manny. Manny is such a great guy, you know what I mean? But I think
I seen you did some road work with team quite a few times.
Yeah.
In training camps on.
Yeah, but
Big Bear or where we got?
it was in Griffith Park.
Okay.
Griffith
Yeah,
Park.
I've seen that. I've actually seen. I don't even think you posted it. I seen like pictures from like media and stuff of him getting his training. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, no,
Ray
man.
Beltran right there. I was like, go check out the homie that's getting his fucking training on in the morning and running that mountain and stuff, you know?
I have a question for you, Ray.
Yeah.
If you could set up a fight, let's say next week, with any fighter, who would you want?
I mean, for me,
for you personally, like if you.
For me to fight somebody?
Yeah. What one fighter would you go in the ring for again?
And
like
don't say me, because I'm not willing to do it.
No, anybody that you could, someone that would, whether it be a challenge that challenges you to defeat it, or...
Right now, motherfuckers.
No, it's a...
Just hypothetical.
It can be like, somebody with a
Muhammad
past, too.
Ali,
You know what I'm saying?
whoever you
it could
want.
be somebody with a past. Like somebody,
Honestly...
in other words, what she's trying to ask, you've had a career, and you faced some badasses in your fucking career, man.
I wish, honestly...
Like, as a matter of fact, like Bud Crawford, right? But like, your history, like, I would love to share the ring with that guy.
Manny Pacquiao.
There it is. I had a feeling you were going to say, yeah.
Yeah, me and Manny, I think nobody has done more rounds with Manny than me.
Yeah.
I think I live my dream through at least being sparring partner to train one of the best of boxing history, you know what I mean?
He's a generational.
Yeah, Manny is, man.
He's on a whole nother level, bro. That's a dude that stretched, 3 fucking decades of fighting and has been special for all 3 of those fucking decades.
Manny's the definition of is like real quiet killer. Like one of the soft nice guy, but man, the ring like fucking kill you.
You just explaining that about being nice and polite, and he's a nice guy, right?
He literally just said that shit, right?
Yeah, man.
He is. From what I don't know him. I don't know him like that, but from what I see from the outside, and
no, Manny.
He's such a gentleman. He's such a nice guy. He never comes off as rude or disrespectful. Okay, yeah. He's so
Manny
kind,
fight,
but a beast in that ring.
Manny, I say English. Manny fight the same way or the same level. Like if he's humble like to the top, well, he's gonna fight on that top. You know what I mean? Like, he's so humble, but that's humble is, but he's a fucking demon. He's a demon, bro. That guy is like, he's a demon, bro.
And that goes to speak, we keep asking that question, right, of how it is when you come from somewhere hard and then it develops you into something else. Manny came from nothing too, right? And so then his grind and his hunger ends up playing into that too.
That's why, boxing is a poor man's sport. Look, I
said that last time too.
Yeah. I hear that a lot.
It's mental. It's a psychological effect. Then when you get into poverty, I spotted this kid, from South America. I'm not gonna say the country, South America. And I observe, he come and goes to his country, and I see how he dresses, how he handles himself, how he trains. Mm-hmm. He go back to his country, make a fight over there, and I pay attention to little details. Man, this guy is here driving a Mercedes, this and that. This guy ain't fucking poor. Yeah. And then with spar, I test him. He can handle the pressure. He want to be a boxer. Yeah. Because he got the money to move himself, this and that. He might be a kid from rich people from back his country. And I say that not because the type of car he has and the way he manages himself, but because of the way he fights. That just confirmed to me that this guy.
You already knew.
This guy, he don't have the heart. Yeah. You don't have to. You don't need to.
Yeah, no, the other day we were in here speaking on that too, and when they asked me what my attribute for what makes you a fighter is, those ones that have heart, man. You have to be able to take your lumps, take whatever comes with it, get your ass back.
Bro, you gotta be willing to go through hell.
Yeah.
You have to walk through hell.
The preparation from training camp, like that alone. It's one thing to actually get yourself physically fit to play a sport, basketball, football, but to get yourself warrior ready.
the weight loss,
beat
the
up?
the weight loss,
Like, oh, man.
the weight loss when you have to fucking be days suffering, and having the mentality, the discipline to say, hey, you know, I got like 3 more days. You barely drinking water. You so tired. You have to keep going to train, and then like, you know, it's a time where you have to hold up, and then you can eat. But our guys don't have it. A lot of guys don't have it.
Yeah, that discipline.
It's not easy, bro. It's like, you don't know how much you want your dream, fulfill your dream till it's time to pay the price for it.
Yeah.
How much you willing?
You gotta pay your dues.
How much you willing to pay for it? I believe, honestly, bro. I believe you can't even prepare your mind to die, and you die, and you face it, and you take it, and you go for it.
So let me ask you then. Continuing your own personal journey, you're now then going through your 20s and you're grinding and you're having that much skill and you're raising up your skill. You get a chance to go to Detroit, train with some amazing guys up there. Obviously, your skill level came way up, right? But then you obviously get a few tough breaks and some of the decisions where it went, right? You're now in your late 20s. You're chasing that world title. Like, was there at any point where you were like, okay, this is just now too much. It may be too much for me to actually get there and capture it?
Look, that's what I'm telling you. Boxing, boxing is a go through different stages. In my situation, I think I feel like a lot of us go through it. A lot of us go through mental illness, mental stages in our lives, but almost nobody talk about it. Like me, when I was with Emmanuel, my dad one time was with me, and my dad was not a smart person to make decisions. So he pulled me out through a menu. And then he bring me back to Tempe and train the fucking backyard of the house. My dad had no connections, no nothing.
Yeah.
He took me from there to down here again. So with my dad, bro, like,
mentally draining right there.
My dad. Then I got married, and then my dad getting too much into my business, and bro, my dad was the type of person that I don't want to talk too much, but but my dad, bro, like, I had to walk away from him for me to make it, or I wasn't gonna make it. His way was not the way. I tried to work with him. I tried to get to Arizona. Then my friend that I met with Emmanuel had some friends in LA. One of my friends was a former Olympian that went to Olympics with Oscar de la Hoya. Mm-hmm. So he sent me there to train to California, and then he used to train with Fred Roach. And then about that time, Manny was gonna fight Marquez, I think. They called me to help him, and then I stayed there. But what I'm saying, when I got married, my dad, like, he caused a lot of problems on me, to the point that I was depressed and a lot of stress, and that started affecting my performance on the gym. So because of it, I lost my confidence. Yeah. Because I didn't know I was so young,
Very distracted.
and so much stress, so much. I go, what's depression? My dad was a person that. No, I don't want to talk about it. But anyways,
I appreciate you playing it open. Thank you for sharing some
but
channel.
I had to walk away from my dad, man, and to this day, I think one of the things that hurt me the most is my relationship with my dad. Yeah. It's like, to me, my dad was when I was you know what? I became a champion because of his school. I became a champion because of what I know because of him. You know what I mean? But we couldn't be together.
But the taxing freaking.
Yeah, my dad is a person that he couldn't let me be myself. He had to be always on top of me, like, bro, relax.
It's one of those deals where he gets cut and he comes from a school of hard knocks, right? And it's that school and those hard knocks which make him the tough individual that he is. But if he would have stayed in that school of hard knocks, then he doesn't get to the next level.
So yeah, champ, that is the catch-22 in regards to that, man. And I hear you. And what you're sharing, it's something that's probably no different than a lot of others, that hard upbringing, that father figure, whether it's your actual father or not, that pushes you too hard, and it's like it's draining, it's taxing.
Oh,
and,
bro.
And there's nothing wrong of giving a push for your loved one.
And he's not even saying that he was being pushed too hard. He was just saying that the approach that his pops was having was the wrong.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm trying to get at. It's one thing about pushing someone and giving that motivation to be better, but when you're doing it at a different level of aggression, and I'm pretty sure maybe he felt different in regards to how he treated it because you were his son, and there's no excuse in regards to that. But I'm just saying, like, fathers. I mean, there's no textbook in regards to parenting. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
and I know, I'm pretty sure he wanted what was best for his son, and unfortunately, you know, it definitely caused a disruption in regards to your guys' relationship. And I'm sorry to hear that. But thank you so much for sharing that with us.
no, you know what? And he, on his own way, it went the best for me. But, you know, in that time, he affected me so much that I made some fights that I didn't look good, and I lost credibility. People lost credibility in me because of it.
Did you lose confidence when you lost some of those fights?
No, I lose confidence not when I lose the fights, even in the gym, because my body wasn't responding no more.
Yeah.
And I was young, you know, but I think my body wasn't, it was bad.
Damn.
And I lost confidence. I became insecure, and I had to do with it for a long time. And honestly, with my dad, bro, it was I couldn't, like, my dad is a person that didn't know how to have success. He wanted to tell me how to have success.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, and then I look and I feel like with my dad, we have total different mentality and ability to deal with people. My dad is here and I was here. I outgrow my dad for way so much. I think I grow a lot of people like way so much. I mean, for you to be able to have a type of friendships of another level, bro, you gotta be
100%.
more open, more smarter, more, you know, not be too close-minded, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I have, you know. Wherever I go, you know, for whatever reason, you know, I get along with top people, like very good people all the time, you know. My friends and some of my best friends.
How old were you the first time you got a chance at the title, bro? First chance you get a chance to say get a crack at a world title?
When I fought Ricky Burns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look.
What a fucking war! I remember seeing that shit.
But look, let me tell you before that, because you know, I went through, and then I started sparring with many. So the people that doesn't know your story, doesn't know your inside story, they start spreading the word. Oh, you have a sparring partner mentality. It was not that. It was my personal problem. They didn't allow me to grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then in the boxing world, everybody shared that they run their mouth, you know, like, oh, sparring partner mentality. It was not that. I always believe in myself, but I get to a point, like, I remember I was like, because it's a level before the world top 10. When you get the NABF or NABO, those titles rank just before the top 10, you know, and then you get into top 10. So for me, I was stuck there mentally, and I wasn't like that. But like that because of my experiences, and I became like, I wasn't confident 100%, you know, at that time.
Mentally. You may have already thought yourself that you were there at the mid-range.
You have to get uncomfortable.
He was the insecurities that was dwelling on him, stuff that kept him at that spot. But like you said, not a top 10. You couldn't crack it because, like you said, NABF, WBO, International, this is that. Like you were sitting like right there, right at the cusp. But was it like did you feel like you said you were insecure?
No,
it felt like you were just.
It was part of my trauma. Because of my body back in the time before didn't respond to me. So that affected me for a while. So it took me a while to get confident again. You know what I mean?
How'd you get your body to eventually start responding to you, bro? Like, because obviously
it's only in the mind. It's only in your mind.
So it was all psychological for you then.
It get to a point it was psychological. Yeah, because first you have the problem. Why the problem create a physical effect. Right, the mental, you know, problem create a physical effect. So when that happened to you, you experience those you have those bad experiences, your body not responding, and then you lose the confidence. Then when you lose the confidence, that's the challenge to get your confidence back. Maybe your body's good now because you're not really in that struggle no more, but in your mind, you lose the confidence. You think your body's gonna give up on you. So I was sparring, I was doing good, and I remember at some point I used to hold back and not let my hands go because I was scared to get tired or my body to get to a point like start getting better, to a point like start throwing a lot of punches, and then, but I fought 2 times. Sharif Boger in Vegas. I was for Golden Boys, and I beat him, but they gave him the decision. I fought in his hometown, and then I fought with Ramos in Indio from Golden Boys too, and I feel like I beat him too, and they robbed me again.
Well, that's one of the things we talked about, man. That a couple of times we've definitely seen Ray go in there and win the fight, and then I get the decision. You know?
And then after that, but in that time I was feeling better, but my confidence wasn't. Maybe it was 80%. It wasn't 100% yet. I remember I used to be sometimes in my head and my dad in my house, and I was like, man, why did I fight this guy? I used to get like anxiety, like worry. You know what I mean? If I kind of intimidated, you know what I mean? Because of my problem. But when I fought Ramos, something clicked on my mind after, because I got a call from Henglandi to fight in Atlantic City. He was gonna fight Adrian Broner. He was number 9 in the world. Something clicked on my mind. I remember that day. I have friends from
Hell of a performance,
from LA.
my guy.
Thank you.
Man,
you know,
I remember that fight too, my guy. My goodness, hell.
Yeah, man, that was a good fight. And then, well, in that time I have a few friends that were like super wealthy. You know what I mean? And one of them was gonna get married in Bel Air. Bel Air is one of the millionaires go there. You know what I mean? And they invite me to their wedding. And I said, what the fuck? I said, bro, I have no clothes, man. Like like I don't know how to dress. You know, they were top level, bro. The guys were like, they're my friends, but I love them, motherfuckers. But like my brothers, you know what I mean? Because we still to this day, bro. We talk to each other. We like 12 years to us as friends, you know. And my friend got their own private jet and all that, bro. They're real. They're real as a kid, bro. They're good people, bro. Great people. And
all of us have those wealthy friends with their own planes.
and I remember my friend took me to the store to buy me clothes, and his wife gave my ex-wife a dress. It was very expensive, over $1,000 dress, bro, to go there.
Wish I had a friend to give me a dress.
And and I remember I was talking to my friend right there. I said, bro, I said, what? I had a feeling right here, bro. Things gonna be different now, I something clicked on my head. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? Look, I don't understand this fucking guy. They shoot me because I've been winning. How in their mind thinking they choose me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And something clicked on me. I said, bro, instead of going back, I'm going forward. You know, I'm like, bro, I'm going forward. Like, look, man, I'm gonna win this fight. Like, if I got robbed this time, bro, I'm gonna retire. But look, bro, things are gonna change from now on. You'll see, just watch. And he bought me clothes and stuff, you know. And we went to a wedding and all that, bro. And then I fought Henglandi, and we beat him in Atlantic City. Yeah. I was so focused, bro. I was like, when I focused on my fight, bro, I almost ignore a lot of people because I was just, my mind was to my fight, you know, and my opponent. And I remember I told my friend, bro, I'm gonna beat him. We're gonna win, bro, and we win the fight. And then after that, we fought I think another one, and then we fought a Korean guy in Vegas. They beat a guy. They beat me. They stopped me in Panama. You know what I mean?
Oh, so a rematch. Okay.
No. The guy I fought in Panama. And then I got stopped. That time, no excuse, you know, I had to. But I was sick in that time. I used to fight for Dunkin'. I was desperate. I needed money. They didn't, excuse me, they wasn't doing the fights they said they were going to make.
Yeah.
I got sick. I was sick that time. I just took the fight. And I lost. So after this, Kim fought Diaz, the Panamanian.
Yeah.
And Kim knocked him out. They were both punch. And then I got the fight with Kim. And then Dan Raphael was in the phone, and my coach heard him saying, "Oh, the main event is Ray Beltran and Hun Kim, but it's not gonna last long, maybe 3 rounds, Kim is gonna stop him in 3 rounds." Bro, he knocked me down the very first round, boom, pulled my ass. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I get up, bro, and boom, put him on his corner. I put him on his corner and put him in his ass too. And the fight got nice, and I beat him up. I remember that guy, I say, because I was hitting with everything. And I say, man, maybe, but after 6 rounds, I'm going to break him. Bro, 8, 9 rounds, they don't look at me like a fucking psychopath. Like, man, bro.
Hey, as a boxing fan, oh my God, that's a beautiful thing, bro. When you start,
yeah.
and then you start having that feeling, and he's starting to break down, bro. I bet that killer inside of your mentality.
No, he he didn't break down.
Oh, he didn't.
No, bro, he didn't break down. Motherfucker was strong. But you know what, bro? I finished like few careers. Have some name, bro, under my. But nobody says nothing because, like I said, I'm not one of the business choosing one.
Yeah.
They're going to be, But him was one of them. Takahiro Ao, the Japanese.
Yeah.
The Peruvian Marcelo. David Torres. The kid from.
Robert salivating. Shit. Details on all these.
Mason Menard, some fighters that we were high prospects, they were coming up like a foam. I beat them up, bro, and they were gone.
How old were you when you finally got that belt, bro?
Like 34.
Well, what was your feeling inside, bro, at that moment? Look, because, like, when I say it moved me, bro, like, he could tell you, man, I fucking was going ballistic, bro. Like, I'm a huge fan of you, bro. And I mean, soy Latino, bro. So, eso tiene una gran parte.
Sí, man,
right? So, being from Phoenix, also down here, like I said, we embrace it to the fullest, right? So, Latino and from Phoenix, and I get a chance to, like, pump for you, bro. When you got that belt, bro, it was a fucking celebration to me.
Look,
this motherfucker, bro.
When I got that belt, it was like that. I mean, shit, really.
Well, listen, it made, for us, holy shit, though, it meant something, bro.
You know why? Because I won the belt already before, but they took it away from me.
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Because everything I went through, bro, to make it, how many bad decisions they gave me and all that, I already felt that shit. It's something I don't know how to explain. It's not that I act like it. I never have.
Like that Ricky Burns fight.
The Ricky Burns.
You won that fucking fight, bro. You went to his territory, and man, oh, what a performance,
bro. When we fought Ricky Burns, we had
and the whole boxing world, not just freaking Arizona, everyone in the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing heads are like, wow, what a fucking ripoff.
Yeah, it was big. It was huge. It just made me bigger name. I think maybe helped me more to build my name bigger than they made my name bigger than if they would have get the decision. When we fought Ricky Burns, I remember my manager sent him an email. Hey, you know what? It's Ray Beltran to give us opportunity for like voluntary defense. And they thought, well, it's fucking Mexican. Never find nobody serious, Man, let's fucking give him a shot,
They found out that.
They forgot I was Mexican.
Yeah, they forgot that part.
They forgot I was Mexican. You know what I mean? And I remember they say, they give us a week to get it to acclimate. I said, no, I want 2 weeks. I was a mindset to win, bro. And they're like, nah, give it fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You motherfucker, you made a mistake. Bro, I remember we were training at his manager gym. They were fucking spying us. And I remember at that time already my mindset was already different. I grow, I became like unstoppable mentally.
Yeah.
And
that's when you're the most dangerous, bro. When you go into a mentality where you start feeling that you're unstoppable, bro. Oh, that's a danger.
Bro, yeah, bro. I know that. As a motherfucker, like, Lou, whatever the fuck you want to look. When we be in the inside, tell them whatever you want to fucking tell them, bro. I want to fuck them up anyways. Do whatever. Just look, observe, spy. We'll do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? I don't care. When we in the ring, it's me and him. It's me and you, and that's it.
You can't bring nobody else in with you. That's it, right?
With what you know now, today, what would you tell your 5-year-old self or even your 16-year-old self coming from Mexico into the United States? What could you tell yourself that you're like, damn, I wish I would have heard these words when I was 5 or when I was 16 to help you get through your story, basically, because you know you had a story from the age of 5. Like you said, you started working, you went through whatever you went through in your country. You came here as a 16-year-old teenage boy, and you built a name for yourself.
No, you know what? I think the only thing I would say do different is what I learned, the nutrition, the training. You know how to train, who you train with, who you shouldn't train with. Maybe make better decisions on how look for a better team. You know. Or know when I was crossing the 16, because like when I already had a mindset right there, like I already knew what I wanted. I always believe in myself. But the thing is, you know what, I'd always, especially when things good didn't go my way, I always believe in myself. You know, I think I'm the type of person that I took very serious a challenge, and it don't break me. You know what I mean?
That really resonates with me personally, bro. For
I
me,
actually have it tattooed on me.
Listen,
believe in yourself, be you, and I noticed you have the same thing on your shirt.
Listen,
and
it resonates with me. In a lot of ways, I feel I'm self-made in that, right? And opening lines to one of my songs, musician. So one of the songs is, you know, throw it on my shoulders. I'm gonna be betting on me.
Right.
If you want that bet, I'm fucking betting on me 100% of the time.
Right.
I see that in you too, right? If
Yeah.
you have that belief in yourself, saying, fuck, I know I can do it.
Yeah, but you know what? Also, one of the things is to be honest to yourself.
Yeah.
To me, the reason why I keep going, because I was sparring with the best of my era. I was with American, I used to whoop his ass, you know, good. I sparred with American was his time, you know. I used to spar with Jorge Linares,
Oh wow.
Jose Benavides, Frankie Gomez, Ruslan Probotnikov.
Bunch of killers.
Yeah.
Hey, to a bit of fly
Also-
on that day, bro, when he's sparring prevent the cop, bro.
Also,
Shit.
Brandon Rios. Brandon Rios was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, bro.
You can see the excitement on this
If you
guy's
only
face.
knew what you're doing to my man over there right now, his heart's going, oh shit, I wish I would have been there.
And you know what? You know what's
watching all that
crazy?
shit,
No
too.
disrespect to you, champ, either, because like they're the ones asking all the questions. I'm actually just, for the most part, just soaking it.
He's got the biggest
You are creating some amazing content for us, and I appreciate you to the 10th part. Like, this is an amazing interview. It's just
Thank you.
freelance, and we're just chatting, and I thank you for sharing some. You're sharing some amazing content.
You know-
and I can't help but get the smile off my face. I'm in freaking.
Thank
This
you.
is amazing, man.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for sharing this with us.
No,
Please.
and I'll tell you, right, for me, I can actually even pinpoint it back, bro. We had gone to some of your fights and supporting you to the fullest, and I never actually thought I was actually gonna run into you like a social setting, right? And we were at I have a kin nephew who fights Perico Rosales.
Oh, yeah.
And so we were at one of his fights, man, and we're posted up, and all of a sudden I turn to the left, and bam, it's you, bro, and you were in the table next to us, bro. Man, I gotta give you thanks, bro, because I could only assume that people come over and try to talk boxing with you all the fucking time. Anyway, I can assume sometimes it probably gets annoying, especially estamos pisteando un poco, maybe a little bit.
No, I
loud,
think
you know?
it don't bother me. Talk about boxing. It bothers me when it's the only topic you have, bro. What the fuck, bro? You don't have anything else to talk about, you know? Fuck. Like,
So
I mean, here's boxing, but I'm saying like when
Yeah,
I'm
no,
outside,
listen,
and you having a conversation, and I feel like motherfucker, you got me to entertain you or what? You know what I mean? It kind of annoys sometimes, bro, because people they're not, bro. Like,
Like, I'm a human being. Like, we
look,
go above and
I have a
beyond, man.
contact right here. I ignore a lot. I feel bad for this guy, but sometimes Ray, and he told me, "Oh, look at what kind of stupid shit, bro." Like, bro, you don't have anything else to talk, bro. I don't even, you know. I feel bad for the guy, you know, but I don't even
No,
reply.
listen, and I mean, to be continuing in that moment for me, right? So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, my wife is sitting there next to me, and she goes, oh, look, it's Ray. and you're always looking at, and I'm like, I'm amazed, right? So I go, eventually everybody's talking to me. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be that guy, but I have to be at that point. I walk
No, bro,
you were
look.
actually super humble, bro.
Bro,
and
look.
we sat there, we talked for a little bit, and we were done talking boxing, and you started speaking to me on other shit. We just kind of bullshitted.
Bro.
My wife sat to the distance, bro, and she just kind of hit record and was like, hey, like, you guys were just conversing. I was like, listen, he was
And
cool
that
as
part
fuck.
that he was just saying in regards to that. Like,
Yeah.
Don't be a simplistic mind. Like, all right, cool. Don't you're a boxing fan, but like, that's it. Like,
I mean, it all depends on the moment, you know, on the situation, on the occasion, you know, all that. But you I don't know where you text me for like asking saying stupid shit all the time, bro. Like it annoys me. I mean, but we were in the ring. It's different, you know. It's not the. Some people used to have another topic, just boxing,
Yeah.
bro. Like the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, listen, so I'm actually going to pivot from you, right? So being on the other topic shit, I'm a dad, you're a dad. We've actually been conversating a little bit at what it's like to see your children now flourish, bro. Share a little bit with us, because I know I seen that your son debuted in his boxing career and was successful the other day, man.
Look.
I can only assume as a dad, man, your chest must be pounding, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't want my son to box. You know what I mean? Because I know boxing is brutal. It's very dangerous too. You know what I mean? And it's no joke. I went through a lot.
physically and mentally.
Yeah, I know. You know, bro. Sometimes you spar with some guys and so intimidated.
Yeah.
Because fuck, man. Like, you know, it's gonna be even a training day. It's fuck. If you know,
So therefore
if
your
you,
son being a fighter, eso nació de él?
él nació de él, sí.
Ah, man, see,
Yeah.
that makes it even more special, though.
Yeah. So you know what? All I am saying is, if you're not taking a risk of have a concussion, a broken bone, or a knockdown or knocked out in the sparring while you're training for a fight, you're not training hard enough.
Yeah.
That's how it is. When you're top level, bro, if you I always say this. If I have a gym, I feel like the problem here with a lot of gyms here, the coaches do what they can, what they know in high school. You know what I mean? But they don't have the experience at top level. So
Yeah.
they may fight it. They have a lot of good talent, good skills, but they don't. They make the training too friendly.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? It's like work. I'm gonna work my ass, bro. What the fuck? Like, make it competitive. Like,
Yeah.
push your friend. Like, if
Okay.
you love me, tough love. I was sparring with my cousin. Bro, me and my cousin used to go to war. He's my cousin. But you know what? I remember when I had my fights, my cousin was very good, you know, and say, hey, come help me. Because I gave him a hope, you know, I gave him a chance, you know, to make money, and I rather pay him, you know, and he was really good help. But he had no mercy on me. Motherfucker, I fall asleep, I'm like, bro.
That's the thing too, man.
He earned that
Respect
money.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so the thing is, like, it's tough love, you know. And when you go to different, like Vegas, you go to LA, different gyms, bro.
Yeah, some of the
Even the
star
little
fighters
kids, bro.
babied and shit, huh?
All these guys, bro, sparring like they try to beat your ass, but it's not personal. I think that's why a lot of times here and coaches, they got a tough sparring, they become emotional.
Yeah,
To personal,
just
bro,
to make
they're
it
not
better.
used to it. They're not used to it. You know what I mean, like, bro? This is boxing. You know what I mean? It bothers me, like, if you're gonna come to gym, for example, you're not a coach. You're gonna come to my gym asking for sparring, but you wanna ease sparring, bro? Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you want something, you gotta give me some. Like, I want my boys to grow. I'm gonna give you the like, experienced guy to please you. Like, fuck it, go to your fucking gym and build your own over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man,
You know what I mean?
100%, bro. That's
Like,
100% legit.
like if
man, that's what's up.
the day here they have a gym when they make their own fighters compete to each other. That's when you're gonna see a lot more champions here. If you got the guys working like too friendly, bro, like trust me, there's another gyms over there. They train like a fucking warriors, and they're gonna beat you not because they're better than you, but because they train harder than you.
Yeah.
And that makes a difference. It's a mindset. It's a mindset.
It is 100%, man. Listen, Ray, we're going to thank you so much for all the knowledge. I'm going to close this out with 2 questions that I want to ask you, bro. Well, actually, the first one's not necessarily a question. It's more of a statement of what you can make, bro. You have the world listening right now. If you could say anything to young fighters that are right now going through the grind and going through their career and maybe are at a stage where, hey, I may make it, I may not make it, but they need some kind of knowledge being passed to them or one message you could send to them, what would that be?
To me, it would be like always look for the toughest task as a workout. You know, never look for easy sparring. and the discipline 100%, and be open-minded to try different things, can help you. Don't stay in just one circle, and because a lot of out there you can learn from supplements, nutrition, some
Other minds.
some other tools you can use to get better. You know what I mean? Listen from others. Listen from different coaches. Don't listen. Stay. Also, never like. Would I tell the kids like anybody in your team had to have the same mentality, the same. Never get comfortable. Never, more. I was working in adjustments. Never get comfortable. Never believe. Never act like you a champion. You a badass. Never. I was never like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's always be a student of the game. Or
Yeah.
Man, listen, thank you for those kind of words. Now, my second question then would be, what's next for Ray Beltran, man? What can we expect to see you doing? What do you got going on now?
look, I'm coaching. Doing personal training.
That's what's up.
I'm working on some other projects related to boxing. I don't want to talk about it because sometimes I'm superstitious.
You don't want to
get that, son?
Yeah, you know what I mean. But I'm working on some. Hopefully
We look forward
it's
to
taking
seeing
some
it.
time. But one of my dreams is like have my own gym, and I wanna be the best coach here in Arizona. I feel like I have the experience. I feel like I lived through it. I know how it gets done. So,
You've been through some of the freaking dope
But-
games in the country, man.
but also the way I made it, I don't think it's necessary to push the kids the same way I did because everybody's different. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
everybody's
I had no
different.
choice. Nobody slowed down on me. I had to fucking face adversity in my own way. But at least I know I can take my kids to the deep waters without drowning them. You know what I mean? Because everybody's different mentality. I feel like a coach have to adapt to the fighter, not the fighter to the coach.
Yeah.
Because everybody's different. You got the best. You gotta have the best of every fighter ability. You know what I mean? And
Most definitely, bro. I could definitely resonate some of your words, bro. I thank you so much for it. Mr. LP and Vero, you guys
I
want some
do.
closing shots here?
I do. You touched a little bit on mental health, and I think a lot of people fail to realize how important mental health is, not just in women, not just in children, but also in men too. What advice would you give these young boxers about how important mental health is, and not to be ashamed of being able to face those
Or even
issues?
ask for help.
Because it's not, let's face it, that's a big issue in the
Those
country.
are demons that people, tough men, got to deal with by themselves for the most part of their lives. Which you did too. You did share the fact that you dealt with this a lot, and only up until a couple years ago, you started embracing.
You know what?
And healing yourself.
you know what? Everybody thinks different. I think for me, what really helped me is my mindset. You know what I mean? But the problem is nowadays is that people got a lot of mental issues because of lack of friends. People's fake nowadays, bro.
Yeah.
You can get soft a little bit because then they come back and stab you in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I learned how
Hard to trust
to.
anybody. Yeah.
Bro, I used to trust people, bro. And I don't trust my most.
My circle's
You know,
super
like,
small.
you know what I mean? Circle fucking small, bro. People's fucking full of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, listen, I walk one lane. I don't expect nobody to be perfect, but you ain't real to me, bro. I don't want you in my circle, bro. I spend, look, I used to have a lot of people behind me before, you know what I mean? Because I represent something to others, you know what I mean? Now, bro, I'm on my own. You know, now, but I used to love to have I have dogs, you know. I spend my time with my dogs and my kids.
Yeah.
People that I grew up with that they were really, when God blessed me with success, you know, I try to be there for them. It was a point it was never enough. All I can say to people for the mental health, don't try to please nobody, just please yourself.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, just worry about yourself, because at the end of the day, what really is, for me and my experience, what really drained me was that, you know, try to please people, try to be cool people. But I think a lot of that, I understood before even going to psychology. You know, I kind of know what is the problem was. You know, I feel like the way I grew up, sometimes the traumas you got as a kid, it lead you to make different wrong decisions, and you end up drowning. So I feel to me like, yeah, I got success in boxing, a big success, but all my world collapsed. So, and it's hard, bro. You don't know when you really have a good friend till the time comes to see, realize, and then when that time comes,
Yeah, that hurts.
you
man.
realize,
that betrayal, if you will.
Bro.
Like, damn it. It could be into so minute, but that hurts. Man.
when that time comes, they're like, damn, it was not there no more, bro. Even me, I remember back in the day, I used to, any favor that I want, favors here, favors there, like whatever you need, Ray. Now I got some friends that act like I don't even belong in the group anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, some shit, man. We go through similar shit like that too, man.
Yeah, we have a small circle.
To me, bro,
that's happened like
I get to a point like
guys as friends.
that's why I keep my circle very small, and if you don't want that path, you know what I mean? Because I'm a diehard, bro. If you don't die hard for me, bro, and
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not that person. You betray me, bro. I'm extreme. You know what I mean?
Well, luckily we as a team, we crossed paths plenty throughout the years at fights and stuff. I mean, I've known of you for many of years. We've actually crossed freaking paths, like even at grocery stores type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like you were real, man. And I could tell like how you carry yourself. And today was so fucking special to me. You guys have no fucking idea. I wasn't sure what to expect, but my goodness, dude, you couldn't have delivered. I actually have notes and stuff that but it was not necessary.
He said, hold on, fuck his notes. Hey, I told him we're going right off the top.
It wasn't even necessary, man, because you delivered. This was so authentic and so real, and that part right there.
Thank you.
Your authenticity. You're just a real person, and I've always assumed that from you, if I'm keeping it real. Because again, I knew who you were, but I didn't know you. And respectfully, I mean, I'm not gonna say that we know it's like we're homies, but
no, but
this
feel
right
the vibe.
But this right here, this right here made the shit even more fucking like surreal. When I felt like okay, like that vibe that I have been feeling, like it wasn't like you were even trying. You're expressing it. You're on, and it's so fucking real. And again, like they both made a counter.
Bro.
I can't get the smile out of my face, man. Like I'm so like this is fucking amazing. Hey, this is amazing, man. And I thank you.
You know what, bro? I don't expect people. I don't. My friendship, bro, isn't honestly isn't. I got few, but bro, I got all type of friends you can't even imagine. Yeah. Like they're not like traditional. They're not like normal or regular, whatever you wanna call it. But it's fucking straight as people to me, bro. And that's what I learned in life, bro. Is that, to me, I don't care what,
where you from or where you come from.
Orientation, whatever, where you from. Like, bro, if you're real to me, that's what really matters, It's all about the soul, man. It's not about your skin color and shit.
We have a circle of friends that is quite diverse ourselves, so we 100% agree the same. We don't stick to some knit, oh, this is all neighborhood, we got to stick. Like, no. Like, it doesn't matter where you come from. If you're a real person and you can show the same reciprocation of like the brotherhood, if you will, then
he just said reciprocate.
You know what, bro? The thing is to me is like a real friendship. To me is like you, as long as you don't harm anybody, you don't do crazy, stupid shit. You know what I mean? You can be with me whoever you are, and I don't judge you for your lifestyle, for whatever it is you made in your life. You know what I mean? That's you. Yeah. But as long as you straight to me, bro, we fucking go to hell together. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Listen, as we're winding
down
now.
Hold on. I got.
I'm so excited.
Hold on. I actually want to share. I don't know if this is going to be a question or a statement, but I'm going to go ahead and just release it out to the best way that I can. Because you're a father who now is experiencing your son being a part of business that you didn't want him to be a part of. On top of that, you just shared your experience, traumatic even, your style of coming into the sport of boxing with your father. Now I know that's got to definitely be heavy on your shoulders. I know breaking the generational curse, breaking patterns and this and that, is gonna be a factor that's definitely heavy on your mind. And I want to know, is it difficult for you? Do you catch yourself sometime maybe going down the path that you didn't like your father's actions with your son? Or is it more like you know right off the bat it's not good, because again, you're a product of your environment, right?
Yeah.
Like, I tend to find things, and I'm not going to pinpoint mother or father, but like for myself, and I'm not going to use this as an example, but like how I behave sometimes, I know after I reflect on how I react some way, I'm like, damn it, that's a behavior that I want to try to break out of the realm, and I need to be better. I need to be better in regards to that. But do you have battles? Is there something in your head that makes it very complicated? Is it the same? Or are you very confident that you're definitely steering a completely different route with your son?
Look, I'm gonna go a little bit, not my. I'm a single father. All my kids stay with me. They all choose to stay with me.
Props for that too.
I feel that says a lot of the chemistry I have with my kids. My kids, bro.
That's your life.
My kids, bro. Like, fuck, I remember when I divorced, stay with me, bro. They were my strength, honestly. Anybody, 22 years, they'll collapse, and everything. I think a lot of people, they just lost themselves. I just couldn't. That's never been me. That never be. I think the difference between me and my dad is I don't think about me. Everything I do is for my kids. It's for my family. All the fucking hell I went through and all that was because of my kids. Everything I want to do something better for them. I gotta fight for a love bigger than my own love. The love to myself. So, with my son, I have a really good relationship with him. Really good communication. I think the key is that he respect me, he admire me, and I think that's the key for. As a father, you gotta give respect to your kids so you can get respect from them. I also believe they have to be example to be able to put them in check. If you're not a good example, how you gonna tell them not to do this, not to do that? You know what I mean? If you're not putting, you know what I mean?
You can't be a hypocrite if you don't.
No, he went with me to a few training camps. He knows how he gets done. He knows what I went through. He knows it wasn't my sparring sessions that were fucking brutal. You know what I mean? He knows that he gets done. I never gave up. I never quit. I never complained. I never, But also, the difference between me and my dad is like I pay attention very. It's not about me. It's about him. You know what I mean? So my concern is that he is happy, that he feels comfortable, that he's the one who's gonna fight, not me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna support him, but in the day comes and I feel like we're not clicking that good no more for whatever reason. I'm not stupid. Like, I'm a former world champion, but I never think that I'm the best because because I'm a world champion. I know this, I know that. I don't think like that. I don't even think, honestly, to me, it's like, I never walk in the street like, I'm a former, like, some kids that never even do shit and they were acting like, to me, it's like, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But with my kid, like I said, I communicate a lot with them. I talk to them communication is the key. So I always try to make sure with them and I say, look, if some dad say or do something that's wrong, let me know. Because if it's wrong, not because I'm your father, I have to fucking take it, because that in the long run, it's gonna split us. Because they just 100%. And I don't want that. I want unity. I want unity with my kids. I want respect. I want that my kids feel comfortable to be open with me, to talk to me, to you know what I mean, to trust me.
Explaining communication is key.
Did you
and respect.
And I apologize. I didn't want to pry because I know you kept saying you didn't want to talk about it. It's just.
No, it's good.
It was really something that was stuck in my head from the moment, like how you definitely expressed trauma.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Relationship, but now I'm seeing like as a father now with your son, it's I'm like, okay, and not that I was expecting anything
Less.
of you trying to explain different, which obviously it bothered you that much, but you know, I was just curious. So sometimes like those demons, like, what I mean by that is like, you know, you're a creature of your environment. You know, you're a product of your own environment. So like you want to do something in particular. Like you're like, this is the way it should be, and then like just something triggers and you lash out. You have like a moment. You're like as a father myself, man, I myself, like I try to be better every single day.
You know what?
And I have my moments where like I have a.
He tries.
I every day. No, hold on. Every day I try. But what I mean is I try. Whether if it's 1% or 0.5%, I level up every single day to try to be a better person. You know. And with my son, he's 18 years old. He doesn't box, by the way. And I actually wouldn't. I don't want him to box. Like you just mentioned, I never turned pro, but I know this is a tough industry. But as a father, though, like I catch myself after a certain how I behave, you know, and I have to go back there and like, hey man, and then I realize like, fucking hey man, what's wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? And that's where I was kind of going. I was like, I wonder if like, you know, if you have those moments where you're like, at the end of the day, you're like, shit, I didn't want to go that route because, you know, but that's just kind of how it was for like 30 freaking years, you know what I mean?
You know what?
And it's a pain in the ass. It's difficult to just completely like sever that freaking, you know, part of your life, you know what I mean? As much as you like, it doesn't bring peace to you. It is a piece of you.
But
If that
listen,
makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, definitely, I think it's impossible to erase all the personalities, you know, that came with, you know. I've changed a lot of them, but I think the key to me, bro, I'm hard on myself. You know, that's the key. I don't feel sorry for myself. You know, I'm my worst critic. You know what I mean? Like trust me. Like I think that really kept me alive in life. What really kept me alive is that when I go through some struggle, pain, I'll talk shit to myself. I don't feel sorry for myself, bro. That's for fucking pussies. Honestly. Bro, you don't feel like, why me, why that, bro?
That's fighting
He said
inside.
he said
life.
something that, from a woman's perspective, you don't hear very often coming from men, at least not in the newer generation, where he's like, it's not about me, it's about my kids.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Most men
That's beautiful.
don't say that because that's mainly a woman. So I don't know what your relationship with your mom is, but I've noticed a lot of men that are close to their mom have that what would you say it is? Like they have
Tighter
that
knit
peace.
bonds?
Yeah, they have that peace as a woman's perspective. Like these are my kids, and my kids are gonna come first. What happens with my kid matters. And as a woman, I grew up with a lot of trauma between my parents divorcing, my abusive relationships and whatnot. But you have to heal that inner child, which helps you become a better parent.
You know what I also think takes place a little bit with that too is, and Digna is part of it, right? Mid-40s, in your 40s, in my 40s. There's a certain level of a generational pool that came from people that were born in the 80s who then experienced
It was definitely
a different era, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of us didn't necessarily have the fatherly figure that was that positive fatherly figure
Right.
back then, or some of us didn't even have a father figure at all within the thing, right? So now I think that you now have a generation of men who have made it their purpose to make sure that their own kids are going to get a chance to do what they can.
100%, but no disrespect to the fathers of before, because they did the best that they could.
Right.
Look, my
with the
dad.
resources that they had, and maybe it was, and I mean this respectfully, ignorance, right? Lack of knowledge.
I don't even think
But-
it's
You know what I
ignorance or
mean?
lack of knowledge.
Like,
I just
they-
think it's a
they-
different generation, bro.
They did the best that they could for that time.
Well,
you know
a lot
what
of
I
them
mean?
grew up without, like you said.
I think, you know, in my situation, my dad, I didn't grow up much time with them. It was more with my mom. My dad immigrated to America, and at some point we didn't hear nothing of him, you know, anything like that. So I kind of grew up more so like my mom, you know what I mean? You know, but mommy, I never, how you say, I had to learn because I have to survive. You can show no weakness, bro. We talk about the mental health, bro, but you can't show no weakness. Weakness is not for men.
No, listen,
it's not for men.
I can
man,
definitely
I know,
100%
man,
agree with
I
that,
know.
right?
And,
So
and,
to
and that's
me,
the thing, though. But I agree with you 100%. And in this generation, though, I think we are at a turning point where
Just so you know,
man,
it's
a
an
man,
attraction.
it shouldn't be cowardice. It shouldn't be frowned upon for a man to be able to speak up. But that's the problem. Even now, like it's.
That's
it's
that's
so
no,
intense.
I don't even think it's a stereotypical thing, man. I feel him when he says that,
we
bro.
all live in silence with our pain because, like you mentioned, my upbringing too. Man, we all got demons.
But listen,
I'm a fucking
listen.
man, but
I feel. I feel.
I'm gonna get up and suck it up every day.
I feel like the life circumstances, everything is softened men out. You know, I feel like we losing that warrior fucking spirit, bro, in us. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I don't care what you say, bro. And I've been I know different type of people, bro. That we have an animal instinct. Women have an animal instinct. No respect to women.
Yeah.
But if women live, if women live the way we live, a man live, they would have shoot himself in the head.
Yeah.
That if you women don't respect, but if you look, just an example, you go to a nightclub, right? Your girl, good looking good up, you treat her as a queen since you walk in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, we had to go and chase, and so many girls say no. Like if you a guy say no to you, guys like what the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We gotta suck it up and just roll with it.
Right?
But
We
But-
literally were just having that
Right?
conversation
Yeah,
before we started.
an hour ago.
But my point is with this. But that's the way it should be. Women can cry. Women can complain. Women think that they can do because they're women. I'm a strong man. I don't care. Sometimes the women is very like they say like say call themselves independent, but deep down on them, they want to have a man that can protect them. They can support them. They look out for them. It's our nature.
They want an alpha. They want someone that's gonna be strong. Like,
but
you can't show weakness because the woman's like,
well, no,
I don't want a
no,
secondary me.
No, that's not what it is.
Do elaborate. There you go.
Yes. So it's not that we don't want a man that's weak. We want someone to protect us. We want to be able to communicate with the man. If you cry, I'm not gonna be like, "Shut up, pussy! Stop fucking crying." No, but
Guess
I
what?
need to know.
Yeah,
that
you will.
have-
Guess
No.
what?
You will.
Hit me with that shit.
No, I wouldn't because I know we're all human. Like a man can cry. It's not, but I want a man that's gonna cry and beat someone's ass. You know what I mean? At the same time,
In the
there's a
moment,
time and a
listen,
place for it,
I
obviously.
understand what you're saying, but in the moment the man cries in front of you,
He shows weakness.
part of it, like, in your subconscious, you lose respect for that man. Let me tell you why. Because a man's supposed to be the power, the house, the protector, the authority, you know what I mean? A man can show no weakness.
You when the struggle comes.
He can show no weakness. You know what I mean? You can
champ,
cry.
Man champ, I
I
hear
cry
you,
like a
man.
baby.
You can cry, but
I
look, I have friends that I respect them, and sometimes it's conversation, and one time one of my friends crying, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck you crying? And I'm like
Man up.
like
right?
crying like a fucking little bitch. I'm like,
That's
dude.
it, man up. Right?
And I told him, I said, bro, let me tell you something. It's cool with me, but don't fucking cry in front of anybody. You know what I mean, bro? Like, that shit's not good.
Well, I mean, there's a time and place for it.
I deal with a couple of homies we got, bro. And for me, one thing is, okay, listen, when we're behind closed doors and we're talking, you can definitely share some shit. Don't put your shit out there. So
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And now we're like, fuck, this motherfucker's
That's
putting
what
his
I'm
shit out
saying.
there
There's
like
a
that.
time and a place
Yeah.
for it. Like you need to know that a man does actually have some sort of feelings, not a hard ass that is never
No,
gonna.
You know
show those
where I
feelings.
deal with it. I think it's not so much in the emotional. I think in the emotional with your own relationship, you could definitely experience some of it. But he's right. You got to be the pillar in a relationship with your man.
Like when
to
I'm
me,
wa-
I think I see it more in social media.
Yeah,
Where
well,
I
Me,
look at social
look,
media, I'm like,
I have made
put your shit
mistakes.
out there.
I have made mistakes. Not in social media, no, and in Instagram, and because I never put anything personal there. Maybe did it back in a few
Pero
years
tienes
ago.
compas
But,
that do, bro? I mean,
oh yeah.
I sometimes
But yeah,
go, fuck, why are you
and I'm
doing
like,
that?
bro, who gives a fuck what you're going through?
Like you're looking like
Like when people,
shit.
for example, they have an accident, they cut their finger. Oh, I cut my fucking finger, bro. Fuck you, bro. You fucking son of a bitch. What, you gonna fucking like, oh, you want attention, motherfucker? Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro.
Yeah.
Or for example, somebody don't know, like, oh, pray for my this, bro. Who gives a fuck about your sibling? Nobody gives a fuck about your shit. You know what I mean? Like, bro, keeping it real. It sounds bad, but like, is you're like when I see people
deal with the personal matters with yourself.
Yeah, but listen, that's ego. That's ego. They doing it for themselves. They don't do it for because they care for their people. You know what I mean? Motherfucker, like, bro, like, I don't fuck with that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if you're, I post people, somebody die, oh, like, bro, nobody gives a fuck.
Look, I agree with you. On the relationship part, I hear that shit all the time, right? I would be like, hey, but can you disagree that some of the shit we're asking about is legit? I'm like, yeah, sure, motherfucker, but call me and get some advice from me when you're putting it out there for everybody to fucking kind of see. What the fuck are you doing?
Nobody cares.
No real advice is needed. You know
all I'm gonna say is, if my future husband Louis, if you're listening to this, not kidding, if he has watery eyes as I'm walking down that aisle, I'm gonna fall more in love with him in that moment, just because that's.
No, but listen, don't get me wrong. I'm an emotional person. I have a lot of passion in me. You know, I have, look, I can cry maybe with my kids because I have cried with them. They're my kids. I can cry for my dog. You know what I mean? I cried like a baby for my dog when he died. But somebody hurt me, break my heart, I don't cry. You know, fuck you. You don't fucking deserve my tears. You know, like, I don't cry.
On to the next, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not, and don't get me wrong, my tears sometimes it came off my, but.
Suck it up. Right?
But you know what I mean? But hey.
We are human.
But one time, listen, one time I was in my uncle's house. Fucking Mexicans, you know, they all the time listen to, they get drink, you know, they start singing rancheras, you know, like,
Yeah.
they want to stab you in the fucking heart, like, you know. Anyways, and there was fucking listen to that music like música dolida, you know what I mean?
And shit, bro.
And I fuck, bro, and like, and they were singing, and like, my uncle, and bro, I don't like to hear, I don't like to, I appreciate romantic music, but I don't never listen to it. To me, it's like,
not your music, yeah.
bro, it's like, for what? I mean, like, bro, I don't want to get depressed, get fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, I want to get happy, you know, in the mood, you know what I mean? Or fucking corridos y la chingada, you know? But, and then my uncle must start singing some song like, fuck, I'm gonna fucking cry, the fuck? Bro, I have to fuck, hey, see you later, hey, I'm leaving, hey.
Gotta go.
I left early, bro.
Gotta go.
Because, you know, I was reason, you know, and I'm like, fuck, bro, I almost fucking cry. You know, that shit gets to you. So that's why I'm the person that, even my problems, I don't talk about it. If I talk, I don't talk about it. People say, hey, get a psychology. Fuck him. Why would I pay somebody to hear my problems? You know, it's another fucking human being just like me. I mean, why's it gonna fucking help me?
Overpay them, yeah.
You know what I mean? Honestly, why am I gonna pay somebody to tell my fucking problems? You know, how's it gonna fucking help me? I have to fucking suck it up and break through it, and I'm gonna be okay tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, me, bro, like, I don't even, when I have a problem, what I do, boom, I throw it in my back. And try to ignore it the most I can. Don't think about it. And let it. I just think about, like, I got the pain. I put it on my back. Let it do their job. Let's think about what I did wrong. Let open my
How
eyes.
do it better next.
And how am I doing better?
It.
You know what I
So
mean?
you keep yourself busy. So I know you know you ain't trained like fighting on, but I'm pretty sure you stay fit and stay working out all the time, right?
Right now, bro, I can.
No.
I have 2 jobs, you know, and I haven't trained in a while. So I'm training my boys, you know, and I watch what I eat. You know what I mean? I eat maybe.
You still look in pretty good shape, man. But
I think I watch what maybe I eat once a day. That's it. You know, maybe that helps, and it's healthy. It's healthy when you kind of fast. You know, it's good for you. So.
What is that called?
Intermittent fasting.
You know, the problem is that, like, people don't need to eat too much. That was put by the fucking system, you know, to make people sick and fat and overweight.
Spend that money and stuff.
I just brought these guys some burritos.
Right. Speaking of, we just all eat.
Burrito.
After 7, bro. You can see this little segment right here we just had. Like you just mentioned, it was completely non-boxing related, and we just completely fucking just vibed and was ciphering and just having a full fucking just live conversation, and I fucking love this, man. Thank you.
Listen, that was one of the things that I had told Ray. I wasn't gonna shoot him no questions and anything we were gonna ask because we were just gonna shoot off the top.
Bro, listen,
epic.
when I won my world title, you guys didn't hear that, but I won. My hand was out, my left hand. I only had one hand. When I lost my title here, bro, same shit. You know, I don't make excuses, but man, I didn't lose the fight there in the ring. You know what I mean?
Listen, we were out front row. We were there front row, Glendale, right?
Yeah, man. Honestly, like a week and a half before my hand was out, and it's a southpaw, you know. But I know I could still won the fight. You recording?
Yeah, we're still.
Oh, I don't wanna come on there. but I know I could still win the fight. I just.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? In one hand. But I never doubted myself, bro. Honestly, bro, I never doubted myself.
Yeah.
I don't care, like, if I one hand, I'm gonna figure out how to win with the other one.
So you like a week before the fight, you already kind of had a glimpse that your hand was.
It was out, completely out, yeah. I tore my tendon, you know.
Oh, shit.
So listen, at any moment did you ever even contemplate not fighting?
No.
No, that's the
the man.
mentality that I told you.
That's
earlier,
the warrior.
Right? You gotta have that warrior mentality.
Bro, I remember when we were fighting in Scotland, they walked us in the dressing room to the arena, and I was never in a big event like that. So they left us there in purpose in the entrance for like 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes maybe. I don't know, it was a long time. And all the vibe, you know, the energy, the people like, hey, you're gonna smash you, you know, this and that. And I was watching, and my coaches were getting nervous. They were worried about me kind of intimidating me. I was in my mind, bro, motherfucker, you'll see when they come out of this. You know, like when I can't walk up. But my mind was like, on point, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. None of you're gonna be in there when we fight. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. And when I walk out of this fucking ring, and I fucking respect me. And that was my mindset. The more they get against me, bro, the more aggressive I become. You know what I mean? And that's where I am. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm
Ray,
not.
what was your toughest fight, bro? What do you consider to have been your toughest fight?
Toughest fight?
Or let me rephrase it. What was your toughest opponent? Because doesn't that necessarily mean that that's going to be the top opponent going forward, but who gave you, like...
I think one of them, I think, was Ikon Kim.
Uh-huh.
Another one is Hiroki Okada.
Oh, those Asian guys are tough
Yeah.
as hell, huh?
Yeah. And the other ones, I don't say the ones lose because I don't count those. And I'm not making no excuses, but the battle was more with my friend, with myself than the opponent. You know, so
I got you. So that's what made it more difficult. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, it made it more tougher because you came in there not fully.
Yeah.
100%.
Did you ever have a fight where you stepped in saying, "Oh man, I wish my preparation would have been better for that fight because I know that it could have gone better." And you may have even still won the fight.
I fought one fight in Texas, just few fights before the world title, and I'm friends with that fighter. We're friends. We're cool. He's a nice guy, good guy, a friend of mine. And in that fight, I remember I got sick too. For whatever reason, my hormones went to the floor. My testosterone was like down. I don't know why.
So some straight fatigue in there.
Fatigue, yeah, bro. And I was in the fight. I was struggling, like, I was so fatigued, like, it was bad. And I remember it was like the third or fourth round. I was like, I got a big cut. And my body wasn't responding. I said, you know what? I have to fucking push it. You have to step it up or it's not looking good. So when I won the fight, but I felt like
it was difficult.
The battle was more, yeah. I think if I would be like in good shape, like in my body was healthy, I feel like a failure in that fight because I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't lose, but I feel like if I didn't. That fight was not satisfaction. Victory.
Yeah. See, that's the question he was asking. Like nothing, like something like that. Just like you, there's always that moment that maybe that's not limelighted or spotlighted.
No, because the opponent,
tough.
I feel like the opponent, like, but maybe it was good because thanks to that fight, maybe they gave him the fight with Ricky Burns. See, things happen for a reason, and I'm like, man,
I hear what you're saying because he wasn't looking so
He didn't
stellar.
look the greatest,
So
so
like,
they said,
yeah, we go ahead and give this guy a shot.
you know what I mean, and
It's good. They doubted you, bro. Then they had to wake up to it right after that.
yeah,
man.
that fight. You know who I sparred to also? My fucking name didn't tell my name. That's a word to wait. Excuse me. He fought Terence Crawford.
Postal.
No. It's a black dude.
Oh,
Damn, I got Sean Porter, yeah.
yeah.
And he made an interview, motherfucker didn't tell my name. He said, oh, it was a fucking 154, 147. I was a lightweight. Bro, I used to go to war with anybody there. And he said, man, he said in an interview, he said, oh, there was this journeyman, you know. I used to fucking hate to spar with him because the guys just kept coming. He was so brutal, you know, this and that. And then I fucking gave him a body shot to put him in his ass, you know, one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he never said my name, bro. Like, why you didn't say my name? You know, like,
man, put some respect in my name, bro.
you know, I would have say it. I don't care, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I think that would just show to me, bro. I take it that personal. Motherfucker, you didn't say my name.
Yeah, almost done.
You didn't show me no respect, like, because I show you respect. You know what I mean? But if you don't say my name, that means something in your ego, bro. Like something.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Well, listen, it's hard to admit when somebody gives you some real shots.
No, I do, bro.
You know?
It takes a man to admit.
Yeah.
You gotta be a man. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, bro, you should show the type of man you are.
100%.
If you show respect to another man, bro, like you say
Can't disagree with
the
that.
level, you know what I mean, of mentality, of strength on yourself.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. If you don't show that, bro, that says your character. I don't respect you.
Yeah. 100%, bro. I can't disagree with that.
You know.
Mr. LP, as we're winding down, man, you got anything else you want to add for the chat here, bro?
Let's just go ahead and do our recaps right here, man. I just want to say again, thank you so much. You took the time to come through. And I know we had you scheduled to come here beforehand and just things didn't work out, but thank you for rescheduling and coming back.
Nah, man.
And I couldn't be more pleased. This was fucking amazing. This was a fantastic, from everything, from beginning to end, from the boxing, the intel details, to the live freaking just conversations. This was great. And that's all I'm just gonna say in regards to this, man. I just can't thank you enough. Like you're a stand-up dude, and every time when we see you in public, you know, we're at the fights or whatever, it's all love and respect, and it goes both ways, man. We appreciate, again, like you mentioned, like some old folks never fucking did shit, and they walk around like they're king shit, like you ain't fucking done nothing, but you're like, I'm a former world champion, and you're like, I don't give a fuck. Like you carry yourself just like a real dude, like it's just a stand-up guy. And I can attest to that, you guys. Like, this is a real dude right here, man. This motherfucker is just as real as can be. And we're talking about, this is not some bullshit. Like, a former motherfucking world champion who's been in the gauntlet of some of the fucking best. As a pro, in the gym, and in the gyms that he's been at around the country. Respect. You gave us your freaking time. And I cannot thank you enough in regards to that. My goodbye is just my sentiment to you, champ. And
Thank
for
you.
reals. Right here, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time, man.
I think, honestly, when you know who you are, bro, you don't have to fucking make no noise. You know who you are, that's it. Just keep quiet, you know, like whatever. You know what I mean? I think what I don't like about boxing, one part I don't like about boxing or being a public figure, people create expectations of you, you know. But that's most people that. They ain't fucking real to themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People that always gossiping up about others, this and that, you know. Honestly, I don't walk around the street like expecting people to know who I am. Sometimes people know who I am, you know, and it's cool, you know. I think I appreciate very much when people that really appreciate my struggle or my career that really man, like I appreciate that.
That's the shit
But
right there, bro.
but
That's it, bro.
but there is some people that just appreciate you for what you represent, you know what I mean? And es una navaja de doble filo, pues.
Sí,
Sí, me
claro que
entiendes.
sí.
And but I don't like people to treat me for what I done. I mean, of course, you know, we're here for because of my career, right? But at the end of the day, I don't. My background or my career doesn't give my confidence. You know what I mean? My confidence don't depends on that. My confidence depends on who I am. You know what I mean? And the type of person I am, and that's it.
No, you know where it comes from.
So when people
That humble beginning.
yeah, maybe.
And
Yeah.
respectfully, that shack that you grew up in with the rats jumping across shoulders and freaking and chest while you're trying to sleep. That's where it comes from because you fought through adversity in life before the boxing ring limelights and stuff. That's where your confidence comes.
I feel like, yeah, it does. It comes where I come from too, but it also comes from here, from inside.
Inside.
You know what I mean?
100%. That's that alpha dog mentality that I tell you, right? You carry yourself with that alpha dog mentality, then you're an alpha dog in everything in life. You know what I mean? Anything that comes your way, that's that mindset you carry yourself in. I can appreciate that.
In boxing, bro, like I said, the guys that got me worried about it is like in life, in the street, you know, the loudest is the one they're gonna be around the most. The quiet ones you have to be watch out, you know. So to me, bro, I like to be quiet, you know what I mean? Because if something happens, if I show up, look good. Yeah. If I don't show up, I'm not gonna look bad, you know what I mean? Because I'm quiet, you know what I mean? Like, hey, right? Better be quiet because you never know.
Yeah.
But trust me, I think it's more like I'm gonna fucking show up.
Yeah. Ms. Vero, do you got anything to add here as we're closing out?
Yeah, I appreciate the genuine talk. You know, it's good to hear that people, famous people, you know, people with great careers, are actually human beings, you know. So I appreciate the depth of the conversation that you did to show people how important it is to believe in yourself, you know, take care of your mental health, and, you know, just keep pushing, because, you know, a lot of great people come from nothing, and that is important, because I believe when you are given a silver spoon, you might have money, but you don't have the heart that brought you there, and that's super important. I love hearing the stories of how people come up from nothing and just, you know, make something of themselves. So I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Ray, for coming down here. Look, I'm going to give you the opportunity. You got the world listening, man. RTU is actually a worldwide platform, so you actually got a lot of people listening in right now, man. You got anything you want to say as we're closing up?
I was gonna say that what you say when that's me. If you don't believe in yourself, God can believe in you. You know what I mean? Because you don't believe in yourself, that means you're not gonna be firm in your ideas or in your beliefs, and you can be brainwashed for whatever, change your mind for whatever. You know what I mean? So how God is gonna trust you if you're not confident? If you love, you know.
I can definitely feel those words 100%, bro. Shit, a lot of people can look on and say, well, you guys are right now recording at a radio show. I've had some success in the music industry and a couple other things that I've had. But it's that blind belief in myself, right? Being able to say, hey, if I need somebody to get it done, and I know I can have confidence in somebody who's going to be able to get it done, it's me. I know there's not going to be no slacking on it. I know I can get it done.
But you know what?
It goes on me.
But you know what? Also, the way I look at it is like, I come from a lifestyle, a pattern that I have to break it. So to have the opportunity that my next generation be better and more successful, I have to change that. So whatever I do, I'm not doing it just for myself. I'm doing it because of my kids. So
look, and that's the biggest part of it for me, man. When you say that, right, you're doing it right now for your kids and being able to do it that way, bro. 100% for me, it resonates. My whole grind is I behave a particular way, I am a particular way, so that my kids have that opportunity, right? I'm a first generation immigrant, just like you, bro. When I came, Guatemala was in civil war, so I come here to get away from some violent shit. had a chance and an opportunity to do my own grind. For whatever reason, it didn't work out for me. But then my grind and struggle then became, let me work hard and accomplish myself so that my kids, when they get given their opportunity, they can have a clean opportunity at being able to do what I was given a chance to do and more. And that's what I want, man. And you have that same heart. You want more for your kids, bro. Whether that means your kid grows up to be a world champion or whether he tomorrow decides to put down his gloves and say, I don't even want boxing. You still want better for your kid. And that I could say resonates as a dad, man. Hey, that's my same struggle.
To me, my kids is very like, to me, respect and loyalty, you know what I mean, goes on a way, you know what I mean? That's one code you don't hold respect, because if you don't have them, you ain't nothing as a man.
Yeah.
Also, if you keep it real to yourself, you know, surround yourself with real people, because you don't want to take no bullshit from nobody. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't like the people that tell me what I want to hear. I don't like the people that just tell me nice things like, I know when it's real, bro. Like, I don't know.
Listen.
I like people that have the fucking balls tell me the truth in my face. You know, that's my friend. You know what I mean?
Sometimes people that don't get it won't be something that you want to hear.
You know, hell no. I'm a real. I keep it real, and a lot of people don't like to hear the fucking truth. But I don't fucking sugarcoat nothing.
What was it that
whether
we
it be
said
him
it was?
or anyone else, I keep it 100%.
My friends, bro.
What was it that we called it though?
What's that?
Earlier when we were telling them. When, shit. What did we say?
Hold on, or what?
No. Damn, I forgot what we were talking about earlier.
I'm applying it, so my memory ain't always.
No, the friends that I.
You're
Aggressive. But sometimes I think.
But done in love, though.
You know, like sometimes people, I have a few friends that they tell me sometimes their story is a problem situation. And I tell them as it is. And sometimes it might be too hard, you know what I mean? But I said, look, I'm not gentle to myself. I'm not going to be gentle to you. So, you know what I mean?
Oh, that part.
You know what I mean? So
that
sometimes...
I'm not gentle to myself. So why would I be gentle to you? I fucking love that.
You know what I mean? It's
I love
like,
that, champ.
I told him, look, because...
I'm going to use that.
That's what I'm saying. That I have to be my worst critic. You know, so when I'm doing something wrong,
that's the only way to get better, right? You gotta have that criticism and then improve.
Like, why would you? I said to my friend, I'm gonna say, like, oh yeah, like pobrecita, like, you know, fuck that shit, you know, like, just that doesn't help you.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
That doesn't help. You know what I mean? If you want me, if I'm your friend, if I tell you something is true, you're gonna get mad at me because of you. The fuck you then. Get the fuck out of here. You know, like, you're not my friend. I don't want to hang out with people that.
Tell you what you
they
want
can
to
face the truth.
Is that why we're best friends?
Well, I mean, shit, I would have to think that plays in somewhat, bro.
And you know, the few friends that I have, bro, the people they can tell me straight on my face, bro, Ray, you fucking it up. I'm like, damn. Sometimes you feel like the ego, like you're like, but you know what? I always that when I say, then what? When I say, you know what, motherfucker, tell me the truth, like, fuck, I'm gonna eat it up and figure it out later, like. And then I come back later, bro, you were right, man. I'm sorry, my bad, you know, like this, whatever. Bro. Thank you, you know what I mean? Yeah. And the moment you kind of like, your ego doesn't want to let you see, you know, what's wrong, then, but I stay quiet. And it depends who you come from, you know. My friends, people that I trust, that I believe in, all that, they told me, like, I listen to them.
Yeah.
But some motherfuckers that don't even know, bro, motherfucking listen to you, motherfucker. Like, get the fuck out of here.
No, it depends on who you're listening from.
You know?
I right now, currently, we recorded a song. He actually owns a record label, man. So I have a song that's currently out with Snoop Dogg, right? When I started developing that song and I heard it, I was like, oh, sí, esta canción está maciza. This song's a hit. It's perfect. This fucking song's ready to go. And a lot of people around me, yeah, fucking song's legit, blah, 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 right? A lady, biggest critic that I have, but she makes me better for that reason, because it always keeps me aiming at being better, right? I handed her that song that day, and I'm like, okay, now this is gonna be the day she's gonna look right back at me and go, shit, you got something. This is the song we've been waiting for. Nope. That day I handed it over, bro, and she hands it back to me. She goes, oh, it's good, but there's a lot of improvement you can put on it. I was like, oh shit, wait, what do you mean? What can I improve on? Then she pointed out a couple little fucking details, bro, that were little enough that it didn't change the aspect of where I was going with the song, but enough to where it made the song
Throw it off a
that
little
much better.
Yeah.
You know, it made it better. And if I would have sat there and gone, fuck you, this song's already perfect, I can't make it better, then at the end of it, I wouldn't have had a song that was as good. So she was critical, but at the same time, she was critical because it made me better. And I could definitely resonate with that part.
Yeah. I think, I mean, it happens on a daily basis. Sometimes there are people, friends that, you know, you tell them this song wrong, and they're just so stubborn.
Yeah.
It's their way or no way, bro.
They get defensive.
That doesn't help because if we are a team here, we have to be able to like communicate.
Yeah.
And hey, bro, you're doing things wrong, and instead of being like, oh, bro, you don't like it, I'm gonna fucking the fuck out of here, then, bro. Like, you gotta fucking easy to make it better. It's about a teamwork, and it's not about you.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's a teamwork. So as a teamwork, you gotta do whatever is best for the team.
100%.
You know.
Fucking 100. That's a down wow right there, man.
Listen, Ray, man, I want to thank you so much, bro, from the bottom of my heart for coming out here. You gave us your whole Friday evening to come out here and actually talk with us and give us a little bit of insight. I think your story is such a pure one. It's such a humble one. It's such a story that can resonate not just with immigrants who come here and can see that it's possible to come as an immigrant and make yourself something here in this country, but it also resonates with just people that are fighters inside. You're a fighter in every single way, bro. Big props to you. As a father, bro, very proud of seeing you and some of the things that you're able to go through and continue to grind on as a father. Being a single father, that's amazing work as it is already, bro. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming out here and doing it. Everybody at home, muchas gracias for giving us your Friday night. Man, we got to thank everybody for continuing to tune in to RTU, 4luvofboxing at the Ikon radio station. Tune in next Friday, see what we got for you, and keep tuning in. I'm going to tell you, we're bringing Ray back one of these other days too. We're going to continue the dialogue and keep telling even more of his story. Look, we just spent 2 hours with you. I don't even think we made it
feel like it.
No, I don't even think we put a
feel
day
like that,
and what
man.
the man's story is. So, como te sigo diciendo, Ray, muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Bro. Muchas gracias, bro. Straight up, bro, we continue to support you.
No, bro, I think this happened. This, you know, is good. So you know how things are crazy right now and the immigration and all that crap. And I think the government is always influence, you know, negativity among us. You know what I mean, to create, you know, divide us, and you know what I mean. But I feel like people like us give the true name of our people. You know what I mean, like immigrants. People, Americans have to realize that without us, America will collapse.
Yeah, 100%, man.
You know what I mean?
That's actually that's the essence. You used the word essence earlier. That's the essence of what it is to be an American, bro. American is a country full of immigrants anyway, so that's the essence.
And I'm talking about not the Americans. It's a lot of good. Most Americans are good people. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the fucking politicians, you know, and all the motherfuckers that just trying to, you know, to create chaos.
Chaos and division. That's all it is.
You know, that it is, you know, but most Americans I know, they know how it is.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much, Ray. Like I said, man, everybody tune in next week. We're about to be out, but most definitely, listen, and when this episode comes out, it'll be a two.
Champ, though, man.
Oh,
thank you again, my man.
Thank you, Ray, for coming out.
Absolute pleasure, man. Thank you so much for having us, giving you a moment to share this story and giving us your freaking Friday night. This was fucking amazing.
No, thank you. It's my pleasure, and thank you for.
Too, man. Man, this was freaking awesome.
No, thank you for inviting me. You know what I mean? And
4luvofboxing, baby.
For 4luvofboxing,
4luvofboxing.
For Mr. LP and your boy Guapo Dom is signing off at the top of the world. Thank you so much to Ray Beltran for coming down and making it a special evening. And we in, but we out. See you next week. Yeah.